y'all, gravity and the evening above ground. Live it. You knew I was not going to miss this State of the Union address. Hell no. I got to work early today, and I said, we got to get a taste of this, because they go command me. There she go. Here come the lies. Look at him. Look at him. Look up. Why he look like that? Damn, they started out already. He already look at him. Look at him. Look at Creepy Joe. Look at him. You saw him with his mouth open. He was like, duh, where am I? This is not my room in the White House. Yeah, soak this in, family, because this will probably be the last one he does ever in life. But yeah. How's everybody doing? Let me know how you're doing. Let's see who's in the building. Jerry Bedford, hello. Denise Scales, hello. And Arius One, hello. You seem new, but hello. And for those who haven't said anything yet, we're going to have fun tonight. Yes, we have the purple background. That means this is our debate sector, but since it's the State of the Union, we're going to use this because it's red and blue. Red and blue make purple. Yeah, whatever. That's what I say to y'all. Yeah, that's my dad joke. Leave me alone. All right, now. So the early news with this State of the Union address. Biden had to do a detour because they out there protesting for Gaza. Oh, boy. Oh, the Democrats losing their mind over that. Hey, Democrats, come control your people. Hey, there go AOC. And we saw her in all her grandeur, didn't we not, family? We finna play it again.
He said that it was, and y'all are just gonna pretend that it wasn't over and over again. It's fucked up, man. And you're not helping these people.
Yeah, hey. Wow, he must have told her that he saw the video, and she was like, you handled yourself well, girl. She was like, wow, look, they go old ass Chuck Schumer. Damn, he still ain't killed over yet. Jesus Christ. I need Howard Dean, son. I need Howard Dean. Look, everybody on their phone. Look at this. Is that Kwesi and Fume? I think that's Kwesi and Fume right there in the corner on the top right. Look at him. Look at, why you so close? Why you so close? You're too close, man. Look at him. Look at him. He giving his order for Cat's Deli up in New York. And look at Nancy. Jesus. They even told Nancy to get on a flight and get over here. Because Biden gonna need help. Lord have mercy. This is gonna be, man, this is fixing to be a train wreck, boy. Oh my God. You know what? While we're waiting for this to start, while I'm talking to y'all, we finna do a little remixing. Y'all know that MAGA video with Terrence K. Coon. I'm finna take that video. I might just make it for Democrats real fast while I'm talking to y'all. I think that's what we gonna do. Yeah, we got to do that for them, because I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah, we might have to do that. Yeah, we got to do Democrat trade real fast. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Let me see who else is in the building. Y'all gotta give me like 3 minutes. I think I get some of them. Oh, more people walked out. I didn't even see y'all. Let's see. Kelly Goodman, hello. Mustang Crazy, hello. AB Promotions, hello. V Malsby, hello. Nate Scales, I'm gonna try my best, baby. Good Lord have mercy. Hey, Mitt. How you call your son that? His father nieces. Who is this? Baby, they brought out the Crypt Keeper. And look at Command Me. Oh my God, they brought out the Crypt Keeper. Hey, here we go. They finna start. Everybody got to go sit down.
As members of the committee, Mr. Palmer.
By the Speaker of the House.
All right, shut the hell up. Let's go. Let's get to the show. All right, I'm gonna still make this video. Look at error 404.
And civil. There's a
He hold on to old Nancy.
They want it to be civil. They don't want the story to be Joe Biden using the do nothing Republican Congress as a foil.
Joe Biden's an asshole.
We'll see. Right. You know, it's like herding cats. It's really hard.
It's like herding cats. You heard what he said.
Saw Marjorie Taylor Greene wearing a T-shirt on the floor a minute ago.
What she
Lauren
said?
Boebert told reporters as she walked into the chamber that she doesn't know whether she's going to have an outburst tonight because she's spontaneous like that. in
Is
her
she?
words.
Yeah, she needs to worry about her son.
Seeing the spirit of
He's got some
collegiality.
felonies.
We saw
She
Debbie
need to worry about
Dingell,
that.
the widow of John Dingell, the dean of the House, who now represents Michigan herself, shaking hands with every senator from both sides of the aisle. She's sort of a fixture of the Washington scene. But you also saw James Lankford, who was the Republican who negotiated the border deal that Biden is going to talk about tonight.
Oh, Lord.
Republican from Oklahoma. He actually voted to overturn the 2020 election. He negotiated this immigration deal, and then conservatives basically turned on him and killed his deal. So I was really struck seeing Lankford talk to a bunch of the Democratic senators and the Democratic women in white. And then it's funny that Nancy Pelosi is no longer the speaker. She's now Speaker Emerita, but she's still there chit-chatting with Chuck Schumer, the Democratic majority leader in the Senate.
Still there.
And it's a testament to
now let's ask the question.
She's obviously
how's
sat,
her husband doing? That's fucked up. Don't do that, Mike. No, don't do that, kid. That's fucked up. Don't do that. Why'd it cut out? Did it stop the stream? Uh-oh.
So the secretaries will be here, and
who else is here?
some Supreme Court justices may certainly be.
Yes, he had a walker and a cane.
Let's go to you next.
Yeah, Libby, this is something
you
where
take offense.
There are
you love cats that take offense to that. Yeah, all
right. Are assigned, right? So the vice president, the speaker of the House,
Hebrew Copper, hello.
Behind the president.
He will ask blacks to vote for him.
Some justices
he will have
of
your
the Supreme Court, the Joint Chiefs.
We do not like that word blacks.
Are all in the well of the House.
I understand
so
what you're saying.
Front row, our viewers can see on the
I'm
screen.
not voting for that asshole. Just like I'm not voting for Trump.
House members, it's sort
look
of
at how many dislikes they got already.
There are members who
123.
stake out
Jesus
seats
Christ.
all day long. And
watch, he's gonna say we're gonna indemnify them cops. Watch what I tell you.
Over the years, have been known to reserve seats.
Is that Charles
right
Barkley?
On the aisle, right where the president walks in,
Is that
so
Charles
that they
Barkley?
can get to reserve seats
right
on the aisle, right where.
Look at Kamami.
That in just a few minutes here when President Biden arrives.
Wait, they didn't put the gay flag in here?
Just talking about
That's
with some of these members,
I'm
talking to the senators,
already.
greeting them as they came into the chamber.
Dean of the Diplomatic Corps.
Here we go. They
Rhonda,
talking shit.
They're introducing the people who are coming in. We saw there a glimpse of Lauren Boebert, the one who apparently.
Are they going to make fun of Ashley Babbitt
tonight? Let's talk about
my man.
what it means to attend one of these speeches
I gotta
for
chill,
the
though.
cabinet members, for the Supreme Court justices, and for the House and Senate
I really
overall.
gotta chill, dog.
You know, this is just a part of American tradition. There is so much going on with Congress these days. The fact that we are now into the fifth attempt to fund the government, although this week there should be a bill going to the president where the government will be funded again for a short term. But there's so much tension, and this is a night where they kind of can go back to the old standards for at least a night. You do have all branches of government. This is always what's so fascinating about this and why there's a lot of security tonight. You have members from all branches of U.S. government in one place and in one room. That never happens other than tonight and an inauguration. So this is really, you know, a part of American history. It's something that whatever the president says, there always is a line that people are going to remember, you know, years from now from their State of the Union.
True or not, some high pressure.
And, you know, President Biden knows that. He has.
That's going to be the line. True or not, some high pressure. And I'm Obama. That's what he's going to say. I'm Obama.
This moment is particularly crucial, not only for the campaign, but for the times Americans are in.
Shit.
He's also, we haven't talked about this
I'm telling you, he's going to say he Obama. Watch what I tell you.
Economy. You know, a lot of voters are saying, I can't afford bread. I can't afford milk. Everything's going up. There's shrinkflation.
I can't afford
He's going to address that too tonight. So we'll see if that does strike a tone and maybe turn the tide of how Americans are feeling and their perception of the economy. But again, it's one speech.
We're going to see the Supreme Court justices come in now.
They're going to get booed.
There's John Roberts, Chief Justice John Roberts. He has attended these speeches traditionally. It's been a mixed bag as far as who comes besides him. I do see Sonia Sotomayor, who has not been in attendance in recent years. Elena Kagan there. Of course, we see Justice Gorsuch, Justice Kavanaugh.
All right, I'm done with the video. I'm going to put it up.
Unless he is
Clarence Thomas
behind.
doesn't come. Justice Alito doesn't come anymore. But we did see Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yep.
You know she was going to come outside. They have free food.
Well.
Motherfuckers.
This is a moment where they want to show that they are really apolitical, but taking part in this ceremonial endeavor, Rhonda.
Jay, the
That's right,
informant.
and this
Thank
is also
you.
Supreme
$2
Court that
super
is
chat.
also very aware of their own.
All right, we got the
perception.
video.
They have had so many high-profile cases that we've been talking about just
where
in the
my food
last
at,
few
man?
weeks. So this again is a part of that dynamic,
Oh,
showing
damn,
us
you
what
dropped it off
type of
already?
politics we're now experiencing. They have just decided this week to keep the opponent of President Biden on the ballot in Colorado. They are expected to take up more arguments related to the election. So again, just their presence reminds you of how basically our whole system right now is engaged somehow in the next election.
James, we've also seen retired justices show up.
Yeah, there's Anthony Kennedy right in the shot behind Justice Jackson. Justice Kavanaugh holds his seat. Kavanaugh actually clerked for him. So did Gorsuch. And that's their prerogative. There are also former members there. George Santos is actually in the House, even though he was expelled from Congress a few months ago. There's reporting that he had drinks with some of the New York Democratic members.
Chewing. Not like motherfucker the other day was doing. Who was that? Wallow J?
It brings out all types, the pageantry.
And one of y'all was eating like a motherfucker today.
What's going to happen?
Amy Coney Barrett was there last
Look,
year.
there go
She's not
Command Me
there
again.
This year. James, why is
In the
it
world
important
today,
to
hello.
you that the justices attend?
It shows that
Blueberry
this is
muffin,
all three
hello.
branches of government
Deneen Grant,
coming
hello.
together, that our differences are smaller than what unites
Oh,
us.
Lord,
that,
here we go with the differences.
There is a reverence for the institution, even though the court is
They're
going to
helping
strike down
Biden
things that the president is
find
doing,
the
or that
front
Congress
door.
is doing, that this is a moment where this is one of the very few moments left where there's really the entire civic culture coming together. And it's meaningful. Else this is going on. Sweden joined NATO today. And
Sweden joined NATO. Okay.
Give a shout out to the Prime Minister.
Did he just say shout out to the Prime Minister?
So
hey, look, it's Byron Donalds.
You fucking coons got me fucked up.
JM.
Yeah, Libby,
we not
I
playing
think
tonight,
it's also
family. I got
important to
some new
note
drops.
here
We
as we
not
see
playing tonight.
Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson
There
there
they go.
talking
Look at them.
with
Look at them. Look at the two Jamaicans.
Sheila Jackson
Jerk
Lee
chicken
from
jackasses.
Texas,
Look at
who,
them.
By the way, we were talking a moment ago about those members who stake out seats on the aisle, and Jackson Lee is one of those who, for decades, there are moments of her throughout all these State of the Unions getting words in with presidents. So that's an interesting scene there. But I think it's important to note here, Libby, as well, that one of the reasons we're getting all of these shots is because the rules for cameras in the chamber are different when there's a joint session of Congress like this. Normally, the House of Representatives controls the feed, and that's sort of the static thing that our viewers might be used to seeing on a C-SPAN, for example. But when there's a joint session of Congress, we get all these different camera views in, and it's really just a great sense of who's talking to whom, especially for House watchers, because you can kind of tell sometimes when, especially during votes, when deals are being made, when certain members are being pressured to maybe change their vote or vote a certain way. One other thing I wanted to point out, Libby, is that Biden's State of the Union address last year was the second lowest ratings for any State of the Union address since 1993. And that'll be interesting to see what the White House does here, because they've put so much weight on this address as sort of this launching pad moment for Biden and for the Biden re-election campaign. What do they do to kind of translate this if the eyeballs are not there, for example, tonight, Libby? What do they do to translate that into kind of moments for them? That's something that we'll be watching kind of after the speech is finished here.
Thank you, JM. JM and James, if you could see where Rhonda and I are right now, you would see scores of photographers behind us because their cameras are perched on the doors of the House chamber right next to us because President Biden is in the building. We know he will come around the corner in a few moments. You can see there a little bit of the scrum as everyone waits to get a glimpse of the president as he goes into the House chamber on this really historic night. Rhonda, it's a night running for re-election. We now know his opponent will be Donald Trump. And the Biden team is really looking at this as a way to get eyeballs, get focus, and really try to launch into the next 8 months of the campaign season, even
What's
as they
Biden at?
do the normal presidential things they do. It's hard to describe just
Paper
how
again.
packed it is in there. I mean, you can get a sense of it, but all the seats in the
They go
galleries, all
Bober
those upper
and look at Matt
areas
Gage.
are full of
Hey,
guests, and it's
I don't
very
see no
tight
Jamal's
quarters.
next to you.
Tell us more,
That's
Rhonda,
messed
about
up.
the guests who will be in attendance tonight.
Well, in the First Lady's box, you actually
Maxine.
see sort of that sense of
And look at
urgency that the
Clyburn.
White House has in making sure tonight is about
You
setting his
fucking
agenda
coons
moving
got me
forward,
fucked
focusing
up.
on what they believe is important. You have the Prime Minister, actually, of Switzerland, Sweden, I'm sorry, who is there, who joined NATO.
Y'all messing up already?
Earlier today, he's there. You also have
Yeah,
people who are
from
affected by
Lana
the Maui fire. That might be something a
No,
lot
I've
of
never heard of
Americans forgot about. There's also people who are involved in the Voting Rights Act as well. It's kind of running the gamut. You have the president of UAW showing Biden's strength with
Blueberry
the
muffin.
unions
Who
this
Jump Live
year.
talking
Hope
about?
to keep appealing
Will
to
you
them
Exactly,
because there are a lot of
exactly.
union members who are pro-Trump. So
Right,
this is
you
a
have
big block that they
Come on
really
now.
want on
So
their
that's-
side.
Right. You have Maria Shriver, who many
Yo,
people
I'm
know
on one
her,
tonight, boy.
but she is
Must be
a
top.
journalist and a woman who has been working on women's health issues with the First Lady. She's also there. So you feel like they wanted to check a lot of boxes tonight just by looking at the list of guests.
I just want to point out we see Joe Manchin and Mitt Romney.
Two senators who are leaving after, so this is their last, most likely, State of the Union address.
And those two senators who are seen to cross over the aisle, who are
That's
considered
right,
to be
that's
moderates
right. And
in their party, sometimes infuriating their
Right.
party, but still talking to the other side. And that's a group of leaders and lawmakers, Rhonda, whose time may be coming to an end right now.
That's right. It
Look
also
at
shows you
Goldberg.
because there has been a range of Republican members,
You're gonna
especially
attend this,
who
and
have
then she got to
decided not
come
to
back
seek
on the plane
re-election
for her
in the
son's
House.
arraignment.
It's called the casualty list. People who are leaving or
messed
seeking
up.
another office.
Hey,
And that
Boberg.
list has grown this year. So
You having an
unfortunately,
unnatural
there's a
allegiance
sense
to
of
losers.
it is hard to get business done in this current political climate. I do want to let people at
Why you
home
got
know
that
that this
big
is the
ass
part
button?
of the
Look at
night
this.
where there is sort of a hush right now in Capitol Hill. Earlier in our show, it was kind of loud and rowdy where
Yeah.
we are standing, but right now everybody is waiting for the entrance of Joe Biden, and it is very quiet in here, or quieter than it
Boom,
was
boom,
a few
clap,
moments
clap.
ago.
JM, we've had this looming government shutdown question. It feels like
But,
Groundhog Day all over again.
How was
Where is
y'all's
that
day?
process at right now?
Yeah, Libby, it's remarkable that this is coming amid two potential partial government shutdowns this month. Now, it does seem like the
Partial
Senate
shutdown.
is going to stave
Ooh.
off one part of that tomorrow. They're
85
expected to
people in
vote
the
on
room.
that.
Make sure you
but
hit the like.
it's really remarkable because last
Give me
year
an
was
extra
one of,
like
the
if you
one of the
can.
least productive years
let me
in
do it
congressional
on camera.
history in
Hey,
terms
look.
of legislation passed.
It's the
So
head real
one
estate
thing that
charge.
Rhonda mentioned earlier,
No,
and
you
I think we
stop.
just need to re-emphasize here, is how much
No,
Biden lay the blame for things like immigration at the feet of congressional Republicans, because this is something that we saw, as the Biden campaign talks about how this is in some ways, even though this is a inherently
that's a good
policy
thought.
speech or thought to be, that this is also sort of a launching
Look at
pad for the
Johnny. Look at
2024 campaign, a reset for the
Look at it,
Biden
look at it.
campaign, and talking about
Who
a
grandparents
do-nothing
to these?
Congress, if you will,
You
was
fucking
a successful
coons got
campaign
me
strategy
fucked
for
up.
Harry Truman about 70 plus years ago in his
Hey, look.
his reelection, and
They go
there
high
have been some
IQ.
parallels drawn to the dynamics that Truman faced that year and what Biden is facing this year. So it'll be interesting
trying
in
to
this
do the
speech tonight,
Thanksgiving
Libby, how
meme.
much Biden talks
Shirley
specifically
Caesar,
about
you are
congressional
not,
inaction
sir.
on these things, and brings
Who
up the
is
fact
this?
that we are still talking about funding
Look
for
at-
the
look at-
previous
look at
fiscal
look at
year,
Rashida.
and we're only about 6 months
She
away
look like she's gonna
from
cry.
the
She always
funding
look like she
deadline
halfway
for the
about to start
current
crying.
fiscal year.
Thanks so much, JM. James, let's talk about what people are wearing, how they are choosing to make their opinions and priorities known through both their dress, through their
Where's
buttons
Hakeem
and
Jubilee
pins, and
Jeffries?
through their guests, James.
Yeah. So the white ribbons, we talked about the white that the Democratic women are wearing. That's for reproductive freedom and
He
abortion
playing
rights.
Candy
IVF.
Crush.
The white
Look at
ribbons
him.
that the Republican members are wearing
Oh, he
are
was probably
in
watching
honor
porn.
of Laken Riley. She is the young woman from Georgia who was murdered allegedly by someone in this country illegally.
No, he's a
and
border
Donald Trump
jumper.
has
Just
made
say
that
it.
a major issue.
Border
And
jumper.
you also see members of both parties wearing You see Jerry Connolly there wearing a sticker that says 153 on it. He represents Northern Virginia. 153 is the number of days since
command me husband.
Hostages were taken by Hamas on October 7th. And you can see Doug Emhoff,
Dude always
the
look
second
like he
gentleman,
trying to find
entering the chamber.
He go through the party just trying to find his
a
wife.
few minutes behind schedule. I think that there might have been some holdup with people getting over.
He was behind schedule. Yeah, he was
because
behind somebody. It's
protests
DC.
that were blocking Pennsylvania Avenue and Constitution Avenue. But they're in the building now. That's the second gentleman waving at his wife.
Look at
she's
why
laughing.
She's smiling.
People do use this.
Troy
Nels, a Republican congressman from Texas. He's
You
wearing
like
a
this
t-shirt.
It's a round. It's a rap for you round. And a rap for your round.
Never surrender. And it's
Yo, ain't nothing we talking about.
This is the kind of thing that 25 years ago wouldn't have happened.
This is a blueberry muffin. If that happens,
the chamber has
it's
become
not
a lot
market for the
more
crash tomorrow.
colorful in that way. In some ways, more parliamentary than the traditional decorum of the Capitol.
And Nels is
Now, how much
also
you think
interesting because Nels was someone
that
a couple
gravel
years ago
caused?
who pulled Biden aside as he was walking out of the
I said
chamber,
one of the
talking
eye
about
and two
how
of the
he
bush.
wanted to work with Joe Biden, and now he's become one of the most outspoken critics of the
Damn.
president. So this just tells you how some of these dynamics.
What's funny is that there are odd couples. Joe Wilson, who famously yelled "You lie" at Obama.
Off theater.
He's now working with the Biden administration closely to try to get money for Ukraine, which is one of his big priorities. So it's funny how the tables can turn.
Oh, there goes his
Joe Biden
bedpan
come
cleaner.
in,
Oh my God!
And the room kind of.
I'm going to hell.
Rhonda, the first
They put her
lady's
next to a
guests are
black.
Very significant. You can see some of them flanking her right now, and
Is that
the
Commandant's
White House has
hairdresser?
chosen
Or was that the
people
chick
who
that picked out the
represent
collard
a
greens?
range of issues, from IVF and fertility, a real issue right now, given the ruling in Alabama.
You cannot put Hillary in
plumber
that room.
Milwaukee, who's been able to
Trump would
replace
have a
lead
field
pipes to
day.
expand his business, looking at the priorities there. President's cabinet is coming in.
Oh, the cabinet. Let's see.
Also looking
Bye.
at other
Right, they go.
spending
Is
priorities
that Lloyd?
the
I think that's
administration
Lloyd.
has succeeded with. A Native American tribal leader who's worked with the administration.
Oh, Native
to
American tribal
modernize
leader.
infrastructure on
There's a
tribal
black
lands.
grassroots person. Oh, that's
So
right.
They're really trying to reflect both what they view as their accomplishments in passing legislation, but also priorities. As we see there,
Why does Sheila Jackson Lee look like she's trying to cosplay one of the fruits of Islam? Damn it!
We're still waiting to know officially who the so-called designated survivor is. But what's striking is no.
Hey, listen,
Merrick
if I was
Garland.
in this State of the Union, I would hold up a big ass picture of downtown Willie Brown.
Counsel who's
Anytime
prosecuting
Command me
not
got
just
it.
the former president, but also the current president's son. A lot of frustration
They
at the White
throw my
House
ass
with
right
Merrick
on that
Garland.
motherfucker.
So as you look at the cabinet, they're coming in order.
Janet
based on
Yellen
when their
is
cabinet agency was created.
somebody.
So Tony Blinken, the Secretary of State, was the first to come in because the State Department's the oldest department. Janet Yellen, the Secretary of Treasury, followed by Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, who was
Yeah, I didn't see Merrick Garland.
but no
Yeah,
Merrick Garland.
Yeah, we did see.
Of course, Merrick Garland is not going to show up.
Let's go to you, Rhonda, for more.
You know,
what
for a
you're
second, I
seeing.
thought that was Rob Smith.
It's
No,
a cabinet, but
man.
it's so interesting to me because a few of them have been here on Capitol Hill having to testify, and that's usual,
ESB,
right?
good evening.
But there
You
has
said
been
ass being
a
under all
sense that
mushrooms?
House
Nah.
Republicans did want to target the cabinet. Just last week, Lloyd Austin was here at a hearing because
Should we go there, family?
When he was in the hospital for treatment in January, he was
It smells like
testifying
matzo
about that.
steel drums
I mentioned too how
and
Mayorkas,
douchery.
who we are now seeing, has
Jesus
been successfully
Christ.
impeached in the House. However, we're waiting to see if that will be picked up by the Senate in a Senate trial. I actually asked an aide that earlier today if there is any timing yet.
Wow,
to
white
know
people
if
gonna
that
go
is
up in
going
there
to
and
go
start
over
saying
to the
ski-wee.
Senate. And she just said they're waiting on the Senate. But this is a cabinet that, not only
Hey,
is the
everybody get to
president
your
been in
seats.
the sights
Commandant's
of
about to
his
do a
opposing
line
party,
step.
in this chamber, so has his cabinet.
You
So
know,
that
she
also
AK.
is another interesting dynamic here in this room.
Yeah, a little awkward there,
Yeah.
Rhonda, when you think
Give
about
me an
that. in
exclusive
specific-
clip of the last time she
specifically.
talked to
James, we're
Charlamagne on the
also
phone.
seeing,
I told y'all
a
bitches I
variety
was
of other
had dick at the
secretaries,
bottom and titty at the top, bitch, from day
the
one
Secretary
when
of
the door
Energy,
fucking
Secretary of
opened.
Transportation. People may know from their past politics, like Jennifer Granholm and Pete Buttigieg. What else are you? Oh, there's Merrick Garland. We saw him right there.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we saw Merrick Garland.
We also saw Lloyd Austin.
It is in a sea of
Oh, them motherfuckers
black and
hugging
blue
each other like
suits.
they ain't
Gina
never seen these
Raimondo,
motherfuckers before.
the
You see
Secretary
this
of
shit?
Commerce, who was the designated survivor 2 years ago.
They see these people
and,
like every other
Portia
day,
Fudge,
and they
the,
hugging her,
Secretary
talking
of Housing
about,
and Urban Development,
I
who's wearing
see you.
green. This is an unusually late in the year State of the Union, so we're only 10 days out from St. Patrick's Day, so maybe a little early nod to that.
James, I'm doing a checklist to see who the designated survivor might be at this point. Has anybody seen Javier Becerra?
Yes, I saw Becerra.
Demographic and nobody loses their mind.
We're trying to figure it out.
Something.
All right. So that's important, though. Tell us, James, why
Hey,
the
Baby
designated
Rodriguez,
survivor is such
you
a
know
big
this
deal.
country
It dates
is
to
not
the
like
Cold
old
War.
people.
You have the entire government. You want continuity
The
of
entire
government in case
government?
anything happens.
So y'all brought the
and
mercenaries
so
that you
always
send
want one person to
overseas?
stay behind
They're in
just
the
in
room?
case. It is a long-standing
Who is
practice
this
last year
hard-faced
with Marty
chick?
Walsh, the labor secretary, who didn't come, but he had already announced his intention to lead the
She looked
administration.
like
Wasn't a
the
big
church
loss. It was
treasurer.
Raimondo the year
What
before
are you
last. And
wearing,
then for
man?
his first speech
Ma'am,
to Congress, there were no members of the
What are
cabinet
you wearing? Is that Barbara Lee
COVID,
or Yvette? I think that might have been
so
Yvette
trying
Clark.
to
What the hell is
figure
she
out which
wearing?
one's missing.
Has anyone
haven't
seen the EPA Administrator
What is it
Michael
with
Reed?
black people all of a sudden wearing
I haven't seen Marsha
shrubbery
Fudge
on
either.
clothes?
saw
What
it.
is
I saw
this?
Marsha
Did you see?
Fudge,
Okay.
and we see Julie Sue, the acting labor secretary.
The
It's almost a
acting
game, you
labor
know,
spot the
secretary.
cabinet
Oh, great.
members.
That means AAPI border
The
jumpers are going to
speech will
get
start
jobs.
in just a few minutes. The First Lady is there. We are
I mean,
waiting
they
for the
already started
President of
doing that with the
United States to
migrants. They
come
put them in the
and
labor force. Now
photographers who are gathered
they have
behind
labor
Rhonda,
delegates now.
and me are still waiting eagerly to try to catch that image. The
You saw
President
that?
of the United
As
States
soon as they go put it on
entering,
paper, they
you
said,
can see
nope,
right
we're not going
there.
to show her.
We
Fuck
are
her.
based in Statuary Hall with our
Look at her.
crew,
Look at
and we got to
C-SPAN.
see earlier the senators
Look at
process
C-SPAN.
through Statuary Hall, led by the Vice President Kamala Harris.
Janine,
JM
now that
is
shit
such a
pisses me
classic
off.
image
Why you
that
have
we
to wear
always
shrubbery
see.
on your
The Vice
clothes, man?
President, the Speaker of the
It
House,
pisses me off.
flanking the President of the United States. What will you be watching for in
If I
terms
took
of
a
body
jacket off
language from them
and
today?
Two-Dog come over there and piss
Yeah,
on
Libby,
me.
as
Why
our
did they
colleague Paul
put Jill
Kane
next
pointed out
to a black
earlier
woman?
in the
Oh,
broadcast,
we know why. Never
Kevin
mind.
McCarthy was
Never mind.
in some ways overly stoic last year flanking President Biden. Some of our viewers might remember a few years before that,
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get
Boehner's
up
kind
here.
of,
Take your stay
you know,
sticky
at
over
times
when the ages
odd
of
or
chaos in the midst of your
Boehner-like
existence.
facial expression behind the president. There have been times when last year, then Speaker McCarthy had to hunt some of his members or tell them to tone it down when they were kind of interrupting the president. That's, you know, how much those interruptions or sort of exchanges come into play. Our viewers might remember Biden sort of on his feet last year created that moment.
I got
some
y'all.
members on the Republican side interrupted him, and at one point he just said, "I like conversation," and that in and of itself
he said he
became
likes-
one of the key moments of the night, if you will. Not
I'm not
any
even gonna do
specific
that.
policy proposal, but that sort of exchange, his ability to sort of work on his feet there. One thing I'll quickly mention on the cabinet secretaries, we saw
Here we
Julie
go.
Sue come in dressed all in blue. She's been acting for the last year because of a holdup in
There
the
you go.
Senate.
There you go. Look. There you go. This is about to get live.
States.
Yeah, I gotta shut off this light. Hey, play Trump's song. Really troll him. Troll
The
him.
United States will walk down that aisle and be greeted by members of the House
Nah.
who are flanking the aisle, also senators and, of course, cabinet members.
Yeah, no, we know.
James, squeeze in for us who the designated survivor is. Answer the trivia question
Designated
of the night, and
survivor?
also reflect
Wasn't
on
that
what
the
you're
show with
seeing from
Kiefer
the president
Sutherland?
here.
The education secretary, Miguel Cardona, is the cabinet secretary. The White House official confirms. Everyone else we've seen is president accounted for.
Look at him.
Cardona, close ally.
Well,
of
no,
Joe
hey.
Biden, former Connecticut
Hey.
education secretary.
Follow Jay. You gotta
staying
stop. This is
behind
part of his
tonight
cognitive
in
test.
case
You gotta make
anything
sure he
happens.
know the people
So
based on the pictures he
what are
was
you
showing. That's
watching
why
here,
he's
James,
late.
as we see the president? He's only made it about, what would you say, Rhonda, 3 feet inside the
What?
inside.
They count how many steps this
Maybe
man
10 feet
took.
inside.
Man,
That's Tim Blanchard.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's probably not going to mention Donald Trump by name.
This is about to
He'll
be
allude to him.
live.
He'll refer to him. But ultimately, if the president wants to change the
This
trajectory
is about
of
to be
the
live.
election, a campaign that he is currently losing,
Bruh.
he will need to convince the American people that this election's not really about him versus Donald Trump, that it's about something bigger. And this is one of the few circumstances and situations where you can really reach people who may not
man.
otherwise
You
listen
can't tell
to
me this
you.
man ain't no
It may
lizard.
not, be a huge audience of persuadable
No.
voters, but
Who
there's millions and millions of
eating his
Americans
caviar,
who are
laughing
what the
at this
pollsters call
motherfucker?
double doubters, which is they don't really like Joe Biden and they also don't really like Donald Trump. And Joe Biden needs to convince them. In many cases, they voted for him in 2020 to vote for him again in 2024.
Look at
I expect that
the big
Republicans
home,
are actually
the
going to
big
be on
homie
pretty good
MTG
behavior.
over there trolling
Mike
with a
Johnson is
MAGA
told
hat
them to
on.
be,
Look at him.
even Matt Gaetz, I've just heard from a source,
Look
is
here.
telling Republicans, like,
Hey.
keep it cool, don't do anything that gives Biden
Biden,
moment,
I know how you could.
where he can use
I
you
know
as
how
a
you could
foil,
convince
and
people
it's
to
because
buy
they want to sort of
vote for
deny
you in
him that
November.
opportunity to rise to the
Pause.
occasion. But the statecraft,
Whip it
the
out.
pageantry, Joe Biden really
Like
has
they
an
used to do
opportunity
in
tonight to
elementary
make a
school.
case for
Vote for me,
Bidenism,
I'll pull out
but
my
also
wee-wee.
for international engagement, a case against
Will
protectionism
you
and
get this man to
isolationism
the
and
podium?
nativism. If he
He for the
chooses to
I'm
do
telling
it,
you, bro.
we'll see if he
This
rises
man
to
gonna
that
fall
moment.
asleep on the podium. Watch
Rhonda.
what I tell you.
I'm just waiting because Biden was shaking everyone's
Mammy,
hand. Marjorie Taylor
when he
Greene
start
was
waiting,
on his
Mammy gonna hit him
side there.
with
She's
the-
wearing the
with
Make
the-
America Great
what
Again
they call
hat. And I thought at one
The
point he
adrenaline
might
shot?
shake her hand. He's passing by her right
He
now
goes
in the
touch
red.
You can see the Biden
She's one of the
Man,
fiercest,
button
of
that
course,
she's wearing. Yeah.
supporters of the former president, and I don't
Be eating
see that
taco.
they are engaging right now. But again, that shows you the dynamics we've been talking
I'm
about.
gonna
Is
eat some
this
tacos.
is a somewhat
Who
more
is this?
hostile
Oh, he
House,
actually
and
talking to
she is mounting
MTG.
something
Look,
to him. I
MTG
don't
dropping
think it
bars
is.
on him. Look at him. He's just
Um,
smiling.
But it appears other people
Got
are tapping
bars
him
on
and
him.
he's
He said,
moving
man, I
on.
don't even hear what you talking.
Perhaps we might get a
Oh,
readout
he
at
gave-
some
no,
point
he
late
gave the
tonight or
cool
tomorrow as to
hand
what they
slap.
might have said.
Look, I'm gonna show you.
But it appears she is
He held the
mounting
cool's
something
hand. Look at
to
him. Look
him.
at
I
him.
don't know what it is.
That's Octavia Spencer.
But it appears other people are tapping him and he's moving on.
I gotta stop.
Perhaps we might get a readout at some point late tonight. Or tomorrow. This is Joe Biden.
Let me stop.
Some presidents have, just shaking hands
Nigga,
every
oh,
5
you a
people.
nigga for
Joe
Trump?
Biden is the type to shake everyone's hand. And
If he
this is
shook
where the
everyone's
White House
hand,
says he is most
it'd be
comfortable
time for the
with.
election when he get ready to
Luis
start
right there,
talking.
notable, of course, because of the cancer treatments he's been undergoing. He
Early
could
girl,
become
hello.
the Speaker of the House.
Bibi Rodriguez,
but
hello. It's been a
unfortunately
while. Black Free
did
Take the
not
hello.
make that cut in terms of the chaotic rise
Look at
of
this.
Speaker Mike Johnson.
Negro, let
You can
him
see
get
Al
up
Green there
there.
taking a
Open
photograph,
your
doing a
eyes.
selfie
You look
with the
sleepier than
president.
him.
JM, let's talk about this aisle position and what it means
I'm
to,
here to tell you
members
right
to be
now,
able to snag that
we
moment.
don't care.
Yeah, these members have staked out these seats for hours. We just saw Terry Sewell,
They
Democrat from
staked out
Alabama,
these
taking a
seats for hours. You hear him.
with the president. We see Senator Martin Heinrich from New Mexico.
I don't know who the
there.
hell that is.
Earlier, we saw Democrat Sanford Bishop, who's the Democratic
vote them all
dean
out,
of the
2024.
Georgia
Look at
House
Mitt.
delegation.
Look at Mitt. He about to hit him with bars.
Former
Watch him.
Congressman John Lewis. And now we see this exchange with Senator Joe Manchin, who has at times been sort of best of frenemies, if you will, with the
Frenemies
president.
don't
right?
live
And
like
Kirsten
people
Gillibrand
do.
there from New York.
They
and
will always
flanked there by one of
do.
Biden's closest allies, Chris
American
Coons,
people
Democratic
do
senator
that.
from Delaware. A lot of selfies coming down the aisle,
You
Lydia. I
keep
feel like
on
we
them
see
dash
this a lot
pads.
on the exit, but this is a lot
I mean, you
coming
might have
into
things
the
there.
chamber.
Hey!
This is a very long procession into the chamber here for the president.
Pull up, Mike.
Yeah, they do know he has a speech to give, right? Because that's weird. They can actually just tune into the Washington Post and they can see themselves on air right now. I'm going to talk to Rhonda in a moment about Senator Chris Coons, who she talked to earlier. But James, I want you to reflect on the way that Joe
My daughter
Biden
took my
handled
flag again.
Joe Manchin, because there was a
Who
lot of
is
fury
the
about
chick
Joe
with the
Manchin getting in
overbite?
the way
What the
of
hell? I thought that was
legislation
AOC for a
progressing,
minute. It might be her mama.
earlier
Her sister.
in the Biden administration. But instead of punching him and really scolding him publicly, Joe Biden took a different tactic.
just gave him a
What do you
cognitive
know about
test.
the president and how he operates that way?
Well, it's interesting because there is tension within the administration. And indeed, when Biden first came in, Kamala Harris
He can-
gave
he can
TV
actually
interviews to
operate a
West Virginia
phone.
station.
I'm
She
shocked.
wrote an op-ed in a West Virginia newspaper that said
Jackass.
Manchin needs to vote for
I
the
hate
American Rescue Plan.
boy.
Joe Manchin is still incensed about that. He still complains about it to people.
Why are you
Recently,
high
his last
fiving?
tweet.
You
You know,
cool?
and so
What
but
the
Biden
hell?
himself
Whoa,
also
whoa,
personally,
whoa, whoa. No. So
you know,
you're not
so,
gonna get away with it. Bruh. Biden got a little brown sugar. Biden likes that brown sugar. You know, Biden like that brown sugar. You know, Biden like that brown sugar. He kissed this motherfucker in the mouth. Look at this. Hey, black woman, you better be careful. He fuck around, give you an oral thrush. Let me.
Democrats, but mainly the House Democrats will give them some of that energy. They, throughout this entire time in the 118th
nobody says 186 people in the room hit the light,
which has sort of been sort of
this
the
is gonna be
split
the
screen when
funniest
we've
city
seen the
union coverage
tensions
you're gonna
boil
see on
over
the
on
internet
the House
tonight.
Republican side, and they do want to show a unified front.
Jill
I
was
mentioned before
next
that
to the
almost
black chick.
all of the guests that a lot of the Democrats are
Jill
bringing
got
are
her
related
steady
to the
somewhere in
reproductive
DC. She's
rights
gonna go see
issue.
him after
They really
this.
want
After
to
she put this man to
underscore that
bed.
as something that they believe they need the chance to govern in those down ballot races.
Living
in
out her
November.
House of
They need
Cards
their chance to
fantasies right
govern,
now.
and restore some of those
She got a
rights
reporter
again.
that's
And he will
typing.
likely focus on that as well in his speech.
What did
Damn,
Senator
Mr.
Coons,
Taco.
a top ally of President Biden, tell you earlier today?
He's, I asked him,
I'll be right
why
back.
isn't Biden's message resonating with a lot of Americans? Biden has had some legislative achievements early on. Of course, there were some tangles. We all remember Build Back Better and some of the things he wanted to get passed through early, but there were some achievements that the White House says just haven't been felt by the American people. Chris Coons said he's just got to be he's got to be out there bragging about it, because he is also up against an opponent who has no problem speaking about himself. So that is what Democrats want to see more of the president do. Talk about the achievements, but they also know he's got to handle the border. He's got to handle reproductive rights and talk about those kitchen table issues as well.
Stay with the Washington Post. We'll have live coverage after the president speaks at this State of the Union. We'll be checking in with one of our colleagues who's actually in that chamber tonight, watching and witnessing it.
Oh, he's finna talk.
There's a lot of energy in that room.
Let's go.
For a long day and a long week, trying to keep the government open again for the 5th time.
Come on, we almost at 200. Come on, baby.
Today,
come on, let's get to 200, baby.
A lot of energy right now, and really want to hear this.
Damn, it's a good taco. All right, here we go. He's gonna start lying.
President looking up for his wife, the First Lady. A reminder that she is surrounded by people.
I'm gonna be like this here. I ain't believe you ever since you said good evening.
Goals and successes.
I ain't believe nothing you said after evening. Somebody fix his mask.
If I were smart, I'd go home now.
Yeah, go home. Hey, command me, where's your ring?
Mr. Speaker, Madam Vice President, members of Congress, my fellow Americans.
Command me, where's your ring?
In January 1941.
Oh, Lord.
Franklin Roosevelt came to this chamber to speak to the nation.
Oh, Lord.
He said, I address you at a moment unprecedented in the history of the Union. Hitler was on the march. War was raging in Europe. President Roosevelt's purpose was to wake up Congress and alert the American people that this was no ordinary time. Freedom and democracy were under assault in the world.
What the hell is he talking about? He's already
come to this same chamber to address the nation. Now it's we who face an unprecedented moment in the history of the Union. And yes, my purpose tonight is to wake up the Congress and alert the American people that this is no ordinary moment either. Not since President Lincoln and the Civil War have freedom and democracy been under assault at home as they are today. What makes our moment rare is that freedom and democracy are under attack.
J. Informant said he's piping command me.
And overseas at the very same time.
That's what you just told us.
Overseas, Putin of Russia is on the march.
Move this man!
Invading Ukraine and sowing chaos.
How dare you
Europe
pipe
and
command me?
beyond. If anybody in this room thinks Putin will stop at Ukraine,
You know,
I
she has a
assure you
picture
he
of downtown
will
Willie
not.
Brown on the wall.
But
Look at Command me.
Ukraine-
Command me finna get in all her burpees today. Look, she going
Ukraine
all her
can stop
squats.
Putin.
Look at him. Look at him. You plotting on this man. You see
Ukraine
that
can
look?
stop
You
Putin
plotting.
if we stand with Ukraine and provide
Stand with who?
weapons
Stand with who?
that needs to defend itself.
Stand with who? Okay, it's already BS now. Stand with who? Stand with Ukraine. This is what he
all.
just said.
That is all Ukraine is asking. They're not asking for American soldiers. In fact, there are no American soldiers in the war in Ukraine, and I'm
You lying
determined
bastard.
to keep it that way.
You lying.
But now, assistance to Ukraine is being blocked by those who want to walk away from our world leadership. It wasn't long ago when a Republican president named Ronald Reagan thundered, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." Now, my predecessor, a former Republican president, tells Putin, quote, "Do whatever the hell you want." That's a quote.
Okay.
A former president actually said that, bowing down to a Russian leader. I think it's outrageous, it's dangerous, and it's unacceptable. America is a founding member of NATO, the military alliance of democratic nations created after World War II to prevent war and keep the peace. And today, we've made NATO stronger than ever. We welcomed Finland to the alliance last year. And just this morning, Sweden officially joined, and their minister is here tonight. I'm going to stand up.
Ooh, so you guys can eat lutefisk now. 200. Hit the like. Make sure you tell your friends. Of course, it'll be. Oh, I was about to say, I thought it was a black one. Oh, Lord. Yup. Jill gonna let him pipe.
Welcome to NATO, the strongest military alliance the world has ever seen. I say this to Congress. We have to stand up to Putin.
Blueberry Muffin, stop telling the
Send
truth.
me a bipartisan national security bill. History is literally watching. History is watching.
They're watching you be a
the United States
dumbass.
walks away. It will put Ukraine at risk. Europe is at risk. The free world will be at risk, emboldening others to do what they wish to do us harm. My message to President Putin, who I've known for a long time, is simple.
What?
We will not walk away.
No, you're going to slide out. We just want to know if it's going to be the cha-cha, the electric, or the wobble.
I will not bow down.
Unless you fell off your bike.
In a literal sense, history is watching. History is watching. Just like history watched 3 years ago on January 6th.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
When insurrectionists stormed this very Capitol and placed a dagger to the throat of American democracy. Many of you are here on that darkest of days. We all saw with our own eyes the insurrectionists were not patriots. They'd come to stop the peaceful transfer of power, to overturn the will of the people. January 6th lies about the 2020 election and the plots to steal the election posed a gravest threat to U.S. democracy since the Civil War. But they failed.
Did they fail?
America stood.
Did they fail? Did they really fail,
America
though?
stood strong, and democracy prevailed.
Bruh, if you were really
You must be
strong, all
honest.
of them would still be in jail.
The threat to democracy must be defended. My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies. Here's the simple truth.
What's the simple
You
truth?
can't love your country only when you win.
What? You can't only love your country when you win? Is Biden trying to drop bars?
As I've done ever since being elected to office.
So you've been taking
I ask all of
L's.
you without regard to party to join together and defend democracy. Remember your oath of office is defending against all threats, foreign and domestic.
So what about the border, sir?
Respect free and fair elections. Restore trust in our
Where?
institutions.
What about the?
And
What
make
about?
clear
What about
political
that?
violence has absolutely
Blueberry Muffin,
no
thank you for the
place.
$10
No
super
place
chat.
in America. Zero place.
All right, we don't give a damn. Okay, if you want to talk about threats, sir, shut down that border one time. Show me something.
It's not hyperbole to suggest history is watching. We're watching. Your children and grandchildren will read
How many
about
times you
this
gonna
day
say
and what we
history's
do.
watching?
History is watching another assault on freedom. Joining us tonight is Latoya Beasley, a social worker from Birmingham, Alabama. 14 months ago, she and her husband welcomed a baby girl thanks to the miracle of IVF. She scheduled treatments to have that second child. The Alabama Supreme Court shut down IVF treatments across the state, unleashed by a Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade. She was told her dream would have to wait. What her family had got through should never have happened. Unless Congress acts, it could happen again. So tonight, let's stand up for families like hers.
That's the state issue, sir. Go talk to Alabama. That's the state issue.
Guarantee the right to AVF.
Hey, DSB, easy, brother. Easy. Easy. Leave the gun, brother. It's all good.
I believe Roe v. Wade got it right.
Your TV is expensive.
I thank Vice President Harris for being an incredible leader defending reproductive freedom.
Brother, what did she do, sir? Go ahead. I want to hear what she did. What did she do? Look at this coon over here.
Thank you. My predecessor came to office determined to see Roe v. Wade overturned.
Why is he speaking so fast? He finna fall asleep.
And he brags about it. Look at the chaos that has resulted.
What chaos, sir?
Joining us tonight is Kate Cox, the wife and mother from Dallas. She's become pregnant again and had a fetus with a fatal condition.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, sir? There's no chaos with Roe v. Wade. We told you as soon as you overturned it within a month, y'all are going to forget about it. Y'all forgot about it. Nobody talks about it anymore. Until this IVF bullshit.
Her husband had to leave the state to get what she needed.
Anybody told you to do that?
What her family got through should have never happened as well.
Oh Lord, look at this.
Others.
Hey, black women,
man, freedom to choose, criminalizing doctors.
Black women, what we've told y'all. They love putting y'all underneath white women. Y'all better, man.
Many of you in this chamber and my predecessor.
I want your afros back.
National ban on reproductive freedom. My God, what freedom else would you take away? Look. It's a decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court majority wrote the following, and with all due respect, justices, women are not without electoral power.
Sir, not everything can be federal.
Or political power.
Jesus Christ.
You're about to realize just how much you're right about that.
Sir, not everything can be. Damn, you just hung out the SCOTUS? Let's go. Hey, SCOTUS. SCOTUS just got hung out to dry, blood. Even the liberal ones. Oh shit, Justice Roberts for to get him.
Those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue.
Let's get it.
The power of women, but they found out.
What they found out?
Reproductive freedom was on the ballot. We won in 2022 and 2020, and we'll win again in 2024.
Bullshit. Uh-oh. Just get that man some water for you, man. Go get him some water. Go get him some water.
If you, the American people, send me a Congress that supports the right to choose, I promise you, I'll restore Roe v. Wade as the law of the land again.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, y'all heard that, right? Oh, so you're going to restore laws. Okay. How much you want to bet AAP I can get at him for that affirmative action? You ain't hear me.
Tonight to show what I believe is the way forward, because I know how far we come. 4 years ago next week, before I came to office, the country was hit by the worst pandemic and the worst economic crisis in a century.
That y'all wanted.
Remember the fear?
Oh, shit.
Record losses.
YouTube, I didn't say that.
Remember the spikes in crime and the murder rate, raging virus that took more than 1 million American lives, of loved ones, millions left behind. A mental health crisis of isolation and loneliness.
Charles Gibson, hell on. Nah, he's there.
My predecessor failed the most basic presidential.
Oh, wait, no, he is missing.
To American people, the duty to care. I think that's unforgivable.
Maybe his wife wanted something.
I came to office determined to get us through one of the toughest periods in the nation's history.
You ain't get us through it, sir.
It doesn't make news in 1,000 cities and towns. The American people are writing the greatest comeback story never told.
What? Go get this man some water.
So let's tell the story here. Tell it here and now. America's comeback is building the future of American possibilities, building an economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. Investing in all America, in all Americans, to make sure everyone has a fair shot. We leave no one behind. The pandemic no longer controls our lives. The vaccines that saved us from COVID are now being used to beat cancer.
Okay,
turning
dude.
Setback into comeback. That's what America does.
Okay, dude.
That's what America does.
Yeah, it helped. Okay, dude. Give it about 4 more years, and we're going to see.
Folks, my inherited economy is on the brink. Now our economy is literally the envy of the world. 15 million new jobs in just 3 years. A record. A record.
You mean the jobs that were lost?
Unemployment at 50-year lows. Record 16 million.
No.
Of hope. With historic job growth and small business growth for Black and Hispanics and Asian Americans, 800,000 new manufacturing jobs in America.
He's still telling that lie.
Where is it written we can't be the manufacturing capital of the world? We are, we will. More people have health insurance today.
You're not drilling for no. You gonna manufacture without steel, you dumbass.
The racial wealth gap is as small as it's been in 20 years. Wages keep going up.
Oh my God!
Keeps coming down.
Now he gonna lie. The racial wealth gap is the smallest it's been, man.
In the world and tending lower.
Where? Will somebody talk to this man? Where is he getting this number from?
Will be soft. And now, instead of importing foreign products and exporting American jobs, we're exporting American products and creating American jobs. Right here in America, where they belong.
Okay. You want to play? Okay. I play with you.
And it takes time, but people are beginning to feel it. Consumer studies
feel
show
what?
Consumer confidence is soaring. Buy America.
What?
Has been the law of the land since the 1930s.
Lying bastard.
Past administrations, including my predecessor, including some Democrats as well in the past, failed to buy American. Not anymore. On my watch, federal projects that you fund, like helping build American roads, bridges, and highways, will be made with American products and built by American workers.
Big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sick. Go $5 ass down.
Creating good paying American jobs.
Lying motherfucker.
And thanks to our CHIPS and Science Act, the United States is investing more in research and development than ever before.
How does he tell
During
this
the pandemic,
lie?
the shortage of semiconductors, chips, that drove up the price of everything from cell phones to automobiles.
Have you ever felt powerless?
We invented those chips right here in America. Well, instead of having to import them, private companies are now investing billions of dollars to build new chip factories here in America, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Many of those jobs paying $100,000 a year and don't require a college degree.
How does he lie like this? I don't.
In fact,
who mans is this?
My policies have attracted $650 billion in private sector investment in clean energy, advanced manufacturing, creating tens.
You mean the clean energy that doesn't work
in America?
Command me.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit.
Thanks to
Go $5 ass down before I make change.
46,000 new projects have been announced all across your communities. And by the way, I noticed some of you strongly voted against it, or they're cheering on that money coming in.
Look at Biden. Look at Biden trying to drop bars. Look at him. He trying to drop bars. Who mans is it?
If any of you don't want that money in your district, just let me know. modernizing our roads and bridges, ports and airports.
Yeah, how'd that
system.
work? How'd that work in Philly and LA, sir? How'd that work?
So every child can drink clean water without risk of brain damage.
Oh
Lord. Providing affordable high-speed internet for every American, no matter where you live.
Oh my
urban,
God,
suburban,
sir! It's called a cell phone.
States. Record investments in tribal communities. Because of my investment in family farms.
Family farm? You mean the same government as taking away black people's farms? All right, you lying bastard.
Family farms led by my Secretary of Agriculture, who knows more about this than anybody I know. We're better able to stay in the family.
How'd that work in El Paso County, Colorado?
Grandchildren won't have to leave home to make a living.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Belvedere, Illinois. Home to an auto plant for nearly 60 years. Before I came to office, the plant was on its way to shutting down. Thousands of workers feared for their livelihoods. Hope was fading. Then I was elected to office and we raised the Belvedere repeatedly with auto companies knowing unions would make all the difference. The UAW worked like hell to keep the plant open and get these jobs back, and together we succeeded. Instead of auto factories shutting down,
and a lot of white folk have demonstrated
battery factories being
eloquently that they don't have no sense.
There at the same.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
The folks of Belvedere, I say, instead of your town being left behind, your community is moving forward again. Because instead of watching auto jobs in the future go overseas, 4,000 union jobs with higher wages are building the future in Belvedere right here in America.
You gonna get up again? You got up again. Jesus. Sit down. You know what? Hey, Kamami's demonstrating how she used to be back in the day. Chill out.
Sean Fain, a great friend and a great labor leader. Sean, where are you?
Who?
Stand up.
Sean Williams? Who the hell is that? Who is this dude?
And Dawn Sitton, a third generation worker, UAW worker Belvedere. Sean was proud to be the first president to stand in the picket line. And today, Dawn has a good job in her hometown, providing stability for her family and pride and dignity as well. Showing once again, Wall Street didn't build America. They're not bad guys. They didn't build it, though. The middle class built the country. And unions.
He just said Wall Street ain't bad guys. Bruh.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers.
He just said Wall Street is not the bad guys.
American people. When America gets knocked down, we get back up.
Hey, Kamami knows how to. Never mind.
Keep going.
Never mind.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's you, the American people.
Whoa.
It's because of you America's coming back. It's because of you our future is bright. It's because of you that tonight we can proudly say the state of our union is strong and getting stronger.
Who is we? Who is we?
How does he lie like that?
You fucking coons got me fucked up.
Tonight, I want to talk about the future of possibilities that we can build together.
Oh,
a future where the days of trickle-down economics are over and the wealthy and the biggest corporations no longer get the tax breaks.
Hey, you, Thomas Sowell.
That has more corporations invested than
Pause.
one of your states in the state.
He just went in on your mans.
And I represented it for 36 years. I'm not anti-corporation, but I grew up in a home where trickle-down economics didn't put much on my dad's kitchen table. That's why I determined to turn things around so middle class does well.
Reagan did that. Oh, Lord, never mind.
We all do well. And there's more to do to make sure you're feeling the benefits of all we're doing. Americans pay more for prescription drugs than anywhere in the world. It's wrong, and I'm ending it.
Oh, God. You mean after you raised it, now you want to end it? Okay.
said that it was. And y'all are just gonna pretend that it wasn't over and over again. It's fucked up, man. And you're not helping these people.
Not one of your Republican buddies voted for it. We finally beat Big Pharma. Instead of paying $400 a month or thereabouts for insulin with diabetes, and it only costs $10 to make, they only get paid $35 a month now and still make a healthy profit.
You ended Trump's thing and then put it back so you could claim that you did it.
I want to
No.
$35 a month for every American who needs it. Everyone.
You already had it. Oh my God! It was already on the books, and you ended it.
Talked about it, but finally we got it done and gave Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices.
I hate this man.
Drugs, just like the VA is able to do for veterans. That's not just saving seniors money; it's saving taxpayers money.
Yo, you putting these? Yo, you putting this man to sleep.
Why
is he got He got COVID, and y'all let him in. He got the coffee venereal disease, and you let him in. How dare you?
Because Medicare will no longer have to pay those exorbitant prices to Big Pharma.
I know about 30
Shut your
Medicare
face right now. Prices are some of the costliest drugs on the market that treat everything from heart disease to arthritis. It's now time to go further and give Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices for 500 different drugs over the next decade.
Why is she still getting out?
They're making a lot of
I think Commanders having flashbacks.
Who cares?
Still be extremely
I hear you,
profitable.
Torian.
Will not only save lives, it will save taxpayers another $200 billion.
Command me today night. Hello. Command me will give a stand ovation to a pot of butter chicken. Jesus, I'm going to hell for that one.
Even for expensive drugs that cost $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. I want to cap prescription drug costs.
God, here we go.
In trouble for saying that, but if you want to get in there,
he stole my line.
Toronto, Berlin, Moscow. And even Moscow probably. And bring your prescription with you, and I promise you, I'll get it for you for 40% the cost you're paying now. Same company, same drug.
That's a damn lie, and you know it. You're gonna get the motherfucker generic. Stop telling that lie.
The Care Act, the old Obamacare, it's still a very big deal.
You mean like these jackasses who hated it but signed the waiver? All right.
Over 100 million of you can no longer be denied health insurance because of pre-existing conditions.
And you can't afford it.
Well, my predecessor and many in this chamber want to take this prescription drug away by repealing Affordable Care Act.
Because it doesn't work, sir. What's the point in having it and you still got to pay exorbitant prices to go get clean? Mammy, stop getting up.
We'll stop you again.
There's nobody underneath you.
In fact, I'm not only protecting it, I'm expanding it. They enacted tax credits of $800 per person per year, reduce healthcare costs for millions of working families. That tax credit expires next year. I want to make that savings permanent.
Yeah, okay. The Republicans ain't going to do that.
Women are more than half our population.
Here we go.
The research on women's health has always been underfunded. That's why we're launching the first ever White House initiative on women's health research, led by Jill, doing an incredible job as First Lady.
Oh, so women get all that money. Women, I ain't hating on you. I'm just responsible. Women get billions of dollars for their cancers. Men can't get that. Sit your ass.
That's my plan for $12 billion to transfer women's health research and benefit millions of lives.
Can the men get some of that for pancreatic cancer and goddamn prostate cancer? Can we get some of that? And testicular cancer?
Keeps coming down.
So we don't lose our balls
as well. And the Fed acknowledges that. But I'm not waiting. I want to provide an annual tax credit that will give Americans $400 a month for the next 2 years.
A couple old people in one room. You call it somewhere in the villages.
Put toward their mortgages when they buy their first home or trade up for a little more space.
He's going to get up again. He's going to get up again. There it is.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
242 in the room. Hit the like.
Was also eliminating title insurance on federally backed mortgages.
Oh, here we go. Oh, so you're going to go after BlackRock now. Let's play this.
You can save $1,000 or more as a consequence. For millions of renters, we're cracking down on big landlords who use antitrust law, who break antitrust laws by price fixing and driving up rents. We've cut red tape so builders can get federally financing, which is already helping build a record 1.7 million new housing units nationwide.
Right, because you don't want people owning houses.
Now pass and build and renovate 2 million affordable homes and bring those rents down.
Everybody in that goddamn chamber has a house, and he trying to lie.
To remain the strongest economy in the world, we need to have the best education system in the world. And I suspect all of you, want to give every child, a good start.
No, that's not what it means, Blueberry Muffin.
School for 3 and 4 years old.
That means he don't want nobody owning it.
You know, I think I pointed out last year. That children coming from broken homes where there's no books, they're not read to, not spoken to very often, start school, kindergarten, or first grade, having heard 1 million fewer words spoken. Well, studies show that children who go to preschool are nearly 50% more likely to finish high school, go on to earn a 2- and 4-year degree, no matter what their background is.
Or people could be parents and talk to their kids. You taught your son how to scam and snort coke. Oh my God.
I met a year and a half ago with the leaders of the Business Roundtable. They were mad that they were angry. I said, well, they were discussing why I wanted to spend money on education. I pointed out to them as vice president, I met with over 182 of those folks. Don't hold me to the exact number.
So why did you bring up the number?
And I asked them what they need most. And I say, I come from Delaware. DuPont used to be the 8th largest corporation in the world. And every new enterprise they bought, they educated the workforce to that enterprise. But none of you do that anymore. Why are you angry with me providing you the opportunity for the best educated workforce in the world? And they all looked at me and said, I think you're right. I want to expand high quality tutoring and summer learning to see that every child learns to read by 3rd grade.
You should know how to read by 1st grade.
I'm also connecting local businesses in high schools so students get hands-on experience and a path to good paying job, whether or not they go to college. And I want to make sure the college is more affordable. Let's continue increasing the Pell Grants to working and middle-class families and increase record investments in HBCUs and minority-serving institutions, including Hispanic institutions.
And we know that's going to be a damn lie.
When I was told I couldn't universally just change the way in which we dealt with student loans, I fixed 2 student loan programs that already existed to reduce the burden of student debt for nearly 4 million Americans, including nurses.
Stop it. They had legacy loans, you lying bastard. Don't do that. They had legacy loans.
Like Keenan Jones, a public educator from Minnesota, who's here with us tonight. Keenan, where are you? Keenan,
look at him. Look at him. He just needs to be acknowledged.
Students so they can go to college. Now he's able to help after get his own daughter to college.
Okay. That's the point. He had the loan for over a decade. Look, it's Dora the Explorer.
Such relief is good for the economy because folks are now able to buy a home, start a business, start a family.
We were doing that in 2019,
While we're
sir.
at it, I want the public school teachers a
Star
raise.
Child, god damn. What did you just say? He said something about Sesame Street. What?
While we're at it, I want the public school teachers a raise.
Oh, Lord. You must have been talking to
By
Stacey
the way, the
Abrams.
first couple of years, we cut the deficit. Now, let me speak to the question of fundamental fairness for all Americans.
Damn, y'all
Biden delivering
75.
real results in
Jesus
fiscally
Christ.
responsible ways. We've already cut the federal deficit. We've already cut the federal deficit over $1 trillion. I signed the bipartisan deal.
Okay.
Cut another $1 trillion in the next decade.
Another trillion in the next decade.
Another $3 trillion by making big corporations and very wealthy finally beginning to pay their fair share. Look, I'm a capitalist. You want to make or can make $1 million or millions of bucks, that's great. Just pay your fair share in taxes.
Sounds like supply side economics to me, sir.
It's how we invest things to make this country great. Healthcare, education, defense, and so much more.
He just said MAGA.
Here's the deal.
I told you political theater, family. He just said MAGA.
Overwhelmingly benefit the top 1%, the very wealthy, the biggest corporations.
You can't make this
and
shit up.
exploded the federal deficit. They added more to the national debt than any
Wait a minute. Did
term in American
that motherfucker just have on a Ukraine flag? Look at this. He got on a Ukraine flag. Man, go sit down somewhere. And look at Mad Maxine. Jesus.
Folks at home, does anybody really think the tax code is fair? The $1 trillion
I ain't gonna hold you. They sound like the crowd from the movie The Running Man.
I'm going to keep fighting like hell to make it fair. Under my plan, nobody earning less than $400,000 a year will pay additional penny in federal taxes.
Bullshit.
Nobody, not one penny.
Yeah, you're gonna move it to the states. You know it.
And they haven't yet.
Yeah, okay, dude.
In fact,
Right.
the child tax credit I passed during the pandemic cut taxes for millions of working families and cut child poverty in half. Restore that child tax credit.
What child poverty, sir?
No
What is he
child should
talking
go
about?
hungry in this country. The way to make the tax code fair is to make big corporations and the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
That is supply
Remember in
side
2020,
economics, and they're gonna close or
55
send it
of the biggest
overseas. You
companies in
idiot.
America made $40 billion and paid zero in federal income tax. Zero. Not anymore. Thanks to the law I wrote and we signed, big companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. But that's still less than working people pay in federal taxes.
Dude.
It's time to raise corporate minimum tax to at least 21%.
Yeah, try that. Go ahead and try that. And you see how many of them are gonna put you on a Zoom call and tell you, who is this
So
asshole?
every big corporation finally
Hey,
begins to pay
MTG,
their fair
when
share.
she's about to go play Fortnite on her phone, you heard me.
Also want to end tax breaks for big pharma, big oil, private jets, massive executive pay. One's only
Oh
supposed
my
to get $1 million.
God. You mean the
$1
same
million
private jets that
to be deducted.
y'all lease
You can
out?
pay them $20 million if they want, but deduct $1 million.
You mean?
End it now. You know, there are 1,000 billionaires in America.
Okay.
You know what the average federal tax is for those billionaires?
Go ahead and tell me zero.
No. They're making great sacrifices, 8.2%. That's far less than the vast majority of Americans pay.
Okay.
No billionaire should pay a lower federal tax rate than a teacher, a sanitation worker, or a nurse.
Again, they'll just move their money offshore.
I propose
Sit
minimum
your old
tax
ass
for
down with your
billionaires
cane.
at 25%, just 25%. You know what that would raise? That would raise $500 billion over the next 10 years. And imagine what
How
that could
does
do
that
for
help
America.
the deficit
Imagine
that's
the
over
future
30 trillion?
with affordable
How does that help?
child care. Millions of families can get they need to go to work to help grow the economy. Imagine a future with paid leave, because no one should have to choose between working and taking care of their sick family member. Imagine the future of home care and elder care, and people living with disabilities, so they can stay in their homes and family caregivers can finally get the pay they deserve. Tonight, let's all agree once again to stand up for seniors. Many of my friends.
Well, your vice president finna become one next year. You heard what I said.
If anyone here tries
Look,
to cut
Octavius
Social
Spencer
Security,
said next to
Medicare, or raise your
MTG.
retirement age, I will stop you.
Who you gonna stop? You know, he meant to say who you gonna call Ghostbusters. Most of the motherfuckers in there, ghosts and goblins. And
People who built this country pay more into Social Security than millionaires and billionaires do.
This motherfucker
It's not
Biden
fair.
look like Sam Hain.
We have two ways to go. Republicans can cut Social Security and give more tax breaks to the wealthy. That's the proposal. Oh no, you guys don't want another $2 trillion tax cut? I kind of thought that's what
Who is this? Hell no. No. He ain't finna get away from me. What is this, sir? Sir, what is this? What is this? Man, I tell you, this is high IQ. This is high IQ. This is the people that try to tell you they know everything about this country. Look at what this fool walked in. They let him in here with this on. Are you serious?
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
They let him in there with this. But you know what? This is the same folk who let that idiot shaman walk up in there on January 6th. What is this? Damn, man, you worse than these show-off coons. Boy, stop, man. I mean, never mind.
It's called shrinkflation. Pass Bobby Casey's bill and stop this. I really mean it.
Over there looking like a fat-ass Al Bundy. Fuck out of here. Who is this ugly white man? Damn, yo, these white people. Bruh, I'm convinced now that the government just bring out the ugliest people in this country.
Fewer Snickers in it. Look, I'm also getting rid of junk fees.
Come on, let's hey, tell your friends. Let's get to 300. You heard me.
Your bill, they're there without your knowledge. My administration announced we're cutting credit card late fees from $32 to $8.
Oh, I have 174 on Twitter. Shout out to Twitter.
Banks and credit card companies
are
allowed to charge what it costs them to instigate the collection. And that's more a hell of a lot, like $8 and 30 some dollars.
Okay, what's your point?
They don't like it. Credit card companies don't like it. But I'm saving American families $20 billion a year with all the junk fees I'm eliminating.
Okay, that's great.
Folks at home, that's why the banks are so mad. It's $20 billion in profit. I'm not stopping there. My administration has proposed rules to make cable, travel, utilities, and online ticket sellers tell you the total price up front so there are no surprises.
But they do. What is he talking about? They do.
It matters.
You got.
And so does this. In November, my team began serious negotiation with a bipartisan group of senators. The result was a bipartisan bill with the toughest set of border security reforms we've ever seen.
Who the hell is this?
Oh, you don't think
Bro,
so?
I'm telling you, Washington got some ugly people, boy.
Oh, you don't like that bill, huh?
Ooh.
That conservatives got together and said it was a good bill? I'll be darned. That's amazing. That bipartisan bill would hire 1,500 more security agents and officers, 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backlog of 2 million cases, 4,300 more asylum officers, and new policies so they can resolve cases in 6 months instead of 6 years now.
And put them same people you want to hire, put them on the app and track these fuckers. And if they're not out of the country in 30 days, you get them man. Let me shut up because then they're going to steal my idea and I ain't going to get no credit.
To significantly increase the ability to screen and stop vehicles smuggling fentanyl into America. That's killing thousands of children.
I hope y'all know this ain't the State of the Union. He over here belly dancing for these assholes.
And then order the border. It will also give me and any new president new emergency authority to temporarily shut down the border when the number of migrants at the border is overwhelming. The Border Patrol Union has endorsed this bill. The Federal Chamber of Commerce is, You're saying low. Look at the facts.
Look at him.
I know.
This is the only time he be talking shit. Because he got a whole room full of goons. Look at Command Me.
I believe that given the opportunity for a majority in the House and Senate would endorse the bill as well, a majority right now. But unfortunately, politics has derailed this bill so far. I'm told my predecessor called members of Congress in the Senate to demand they block the bill.
Okay.
He feels political win. He viewed it as a political win for me and a political loser for him. It's not about him. It's not about me.
Yeah, it is.
I'd be a winner. Not really.
You got heckled. You about to look at MTG. Yo, MTG.
Lincoln.
Get some.
Lincoln Riley.
White on white crime.
Innocent young
White
woman
on
who was
white
killed
crime.
by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals?
That's your fault,
to
sir.
her parents, I say, my heart goes out to
look at
lost children myself.
Look at Command
I understand. But look,
Trump gonna fuck around and make Marjorie Taylor Greene his vice president. Watch what I tell you.
People pay these smugglers $8,000 to get across the border.
Yo, shout out to TD Media. He over there. He almost choked on his route straight. You heard what I said?
It's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing.
You heard me?
And it's worth it taking the chance of the $8,000. But
she's still giving them. She's giving this man blues right now.
6 weeks.
Keep going.
The idea is it's highly unlikely that people will pay that money and come all that way, knowing that they'll be able to be kicked out quickly.
What the fuck did he just say? What did he just say? Look, Byron Donald.
You fucking coons got me fucked
my
up.
Republican friends owe it to the American people. Get this bill
Hey man,
done.
why you letting this white woman give Biden the blues? Go say something. Come on, black man. You want to run in to be vice president for Trump? Go say something.
And
show me something.
Watching.
I forgot he from Florida. Never mind.
Politics.
You need to drink some of that alligator piss water and then he gets some balls. Pause.
Telling the Congress to pass it. We can do it together. But that's what he apparently here's what he will not do.
What he won't do.
I will not demonize immigrants saying they are poison in the blood of our country.
What the fuck? Yo! Hey, nothing else. That's why y'all should vote him out. If nothing else.
I will not.
If nothing else, that's why you got to vote him out.
Faith. Unlike my predecessor on my first day in office, I introduced a comprehensive bill to fix our immigration system. Take a look at it. It has all these and more. Secure the border. Provide a pathway to citizenship for dreamers.
You're not securing it,
so
though.
much more. But unlike my predecessor, I know who we are as Americans.
Can we get the Montgomery people to bust his ass up in there?
From old and new. Home to Native Americans. His ancestors have been here for thousands of years. Home to people of every place, from every place on earth. They came freely. Some came in chains. Some came when famine struck, like my ancestral family in Ireland. Some to flee persecution, to chase dreams that are impossible anywhere but here in America. That's America. And we all come from somewhere, but we're all Americans.
Oh man, FBA finna have a field day with that tomorrow, boy. Oh Lord.
Look, folks.
I might open the phone line.
Choice.
I might let y'all get off on that one.
About fixing the border, or we can fix it.
I'm
ready to fix it. Send me the border bill now.
Bro, you had 3 years to fix it. Look at this coon. Look at him. Look at him.
You fucking coons got me fucked up.
Transformational moment in history. Happened 59 years ago today in Selma, Alabama.
Here we go.
Hundreds of foot soldiers for justice
Here we go.
across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, named after the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, who claimed their fundamental right to vote. They were beaten. They were bloody and left for dead. Our late friend and former colleague John Lewis was on that march. We miss him.
I don't think my ears are plugged enough.
It's a Jamaican.
Both in the gallery and on the floor. including Betty Mae Fikes, known as the voice of Selma. The daughter of gospel singers and preachers, she sang songs of prayer and protest on that bloody Sunday to help shake the nation's conscience. 5 months later, the Voting Rights Act passed and was signed into law. Thank you.
You got to watch these old niggas.
Voter suppression.
You got to watch these old niggas.
Unlimited dark money, extreme gerrymandering. John Lewis is a great friend to many of us here.
Oh,
But if
God.
you truly want to honor him,
Who cares?
There was a march with him. Then it's time to do more
He's
than
in
talk.
the dirt. I'm sorry, Most
Pass
High.
the
I'm
Freedom to Vote
sorry.
Act.
I didn't mean to say
The John Lewis
that.
Voting Right Act.
We just telling history. John Lewis is he rested. We need to bring him up.
And stop.
Oh, y'all want the
Stop
skate clip? All right, I'm gonna
denying
go
the
get it real
values
quick.
of
Give me a
America.
second. Let me go get the skate
Our
clip.
diversity across American life. Banning books. It's wrong. Instead of erasing history, let's make history. I want to protect fundamental rights. Pass the Equality Act. And my message to transgender Americans, I have your back. Pass the PRO Act for workers' rights.
What about the Crown Act, sir?
Raise the federal minimum wage. Because every worker has a right to
Here
a
we
decent
go.
living
Raise
more
the
than
minimum
$7 an
wage.
hour.
Here we go with the crap.
We're also making history by confronting the climate crisis, not denying
Oh
it.
Lord, stop with the
I don't think
climate
any of you think
bullshit.
there's no longer a climate crisis. At least I hope you don't.
There's no such thing, you asshole.
I'm taking the most significant action ever on climate in the history of the world.
Who told you
I'm
that?
cutting our carbon emissions in half by 2030. Creating tens of thousands of clean energy jobs. Like
And creating 15-minute cities.
2 seconds. 1 second.
30% of America's lands and waters by 2030. And taking action on environmental justice, fence line communities smothered by the legacy of pollution. In pattern after the Peace Corps and AmeriCorps, I launched the Climate Corps to put 20,000 young people to work in the forefront
Climate
of our
Corps.
clean energy future.
This motherfucker's creating the
I'll triple that number
Planeteers.
in a decade.
Hey, look at the. Hey, he's creating the Planeteers, family. He's gonna make 20,000 Planeteers. So does that mean we're gonna have 4,000 Captain Planets?
All Americans.
All you gotta do is throw a
deserve the
dirty
freedom to be safe.
ball of paper, and he loses
Americans safer
powers.
today than when I took office. Year before I took office, murder rates went up 30%. 30%
Yes, sir.
they went up.
Yes, sir.
The biggest increase in history.
Is that the Gaza dude?
It was
Oh,
then.
what the hell?
Through
Right
new-
out, sir.
Through my American Rescue Plan. which
Hey,
every
he only
American
yelled like that
voted
because he
against,
got dinner
I might add.
reservations.
We made the largest investment in public safety ever. Last year, the murder rate saw the sharpest decrease in history. Violent crime fell to one of its lowest levels in more than 50 years.
Uh-oh.
But we have more
High
to
IQ
do.
about to get
Have
pissed
helped
off.
cities invest in more community police officers.
Wait a minute. I
more
might
mental
fuck with
health
Biden on this. He
more
pissing off the per
community
capita
violence
folk.
prevention.
I might have to fuck with him a little bit.
Give communities the tool to crack down on gun crime, retail crime, and carjacking.
Hey, per capita niggas is
building
gonna be
trophies
pissed the
that have
fuck
been doing
off.
by
Hey,
taking
family,
executive
put this
action.
part out.
The police
When the per
reform.
capita niggas come outside, play this for them one time. I gotta go throw this garbage away. Hey, per
Recognize challenge
capita.
To review the federal classification of marijuana and expunging thousands of convictions for the mere possession, because no one should be jailed for simply using or have it on their record. Take on crimes of domestic violence.
Oh,
I'm ramping up the federal
The
enforcement.
per
of
capita
the Constitution
crackheads are gonna
that I
be
proudly
pissed.
wrote when I was a
They
senator.
write angry tweets
So we
right
can
now, family.
finally end the scourge against women in America.
YGLTV1, thank you for the $20 super chat. So your analysis and commentary of this speech is spot on. I try my best.
There are other kinds of violence I want to
Try
stop.
my best.
With us tonight is
Thank my
Jasmine.
father. He made me
His
read
9-year-old sister
newspapers.
Jackie was murdered with 21 classmates and teachers in elementary school in Uvalde, Texas.
Ooh,
Very soon
Brandon
after
Tatum
that happened,
pissed.
Jill and I went to Uvalde for a couple of days. We spent hours and hours with each of the families. We heard their message, so everyone in this room, in this chamber, could hear the same message. The constant refrain, and I was there for hours meeting with every family. They said, do something. Do something. Well, I did.
The
do
last
something
person
by
around
establishing
you
the
that
first
said
ever
do
Office of
something,
Gun
fuck
Violence
around
Prevention in the
and
White House.
disrespected Coogee
The
Jack
Vice
Aaliyah.
President is leading the charge. Thank you for doing it.
Where the token LGBTQ at? They don't get no more acknowledgement. We done told y'all that. When the liberals said F when they said F Billy Porter, they got kicked out.
Meanwhile,
Look, he doing the Shirley
my
season now.
predecessor told the NRA he's proud he did nothing on guns when he was president.
Okay.
After another shooting in Iowa recently, he said, when asked what to do about it, he said, just get over it. There's his quote, just get over it. I say, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Stop what? We hit 300, family. Hit the like. Thank you so much. What do you mean? Stop what,
I'm
sir?
proud we beat the NRA when I signed the most significant gun safety law in nearly 30 years because of this Congress.
And you just had a mass shooting in
the
Philly.
NRA again. I'm demanding a ban on assault weapons and
Damn,
high-capacity
Brighton.
magazines. Pass universal background checks.
Every president talks about universal backgrounds. Look at these. They don't even give it. If you're not going to be there, y'all might as well go home. Son. Have an early 3-day
violates the
weekend.
Second Amendment or vilifies responsible gun owners.
Uh-huh.
You know, as we manage challenges at home, we're also managing crises abroad, including in the Middle East. I know the last 5 months have been gut-wrenching for so many people, for the Israeli people, for the Palestinian people, and so many here in America. This crisis began on October 7th with the massacre of terrorist 1,200.
You know what? I'm not even going to be that disrespectful. I ain't going to be that disrespectful.
Men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. And 250 hostages taken. Here in this chamber tonight are families whose loved ones are still being held by Hamas. I pledge to all the families that we will not rest until we bring every one of your loved ones home. We also we will also work around the clock to bring home Evan and Paul, Americans being unjustly detained by the Russians and others around the world. Israel has the right to go after Hamas.
You still talking about them?
Hamas ended this conflict by releasing hostages, laying down arms, could end it by releasing the hostages, laying down arms, and surrendering those responsible for October 7th. But Israel has a added burden because Hamas hides and operates among the civilian population like cowards under hospitals, daycare centers, and all the like. Israel also has a fundamental responsibility, though, to protect innocent civilians in Gaza.
Ooh, Netanyahu gonna call you in the morning, sir.
This war has taken a greater toll on innocent civilians than all previous wars in Gaza combined.
Gaza, I'm
30,000 Palestinians have been killed, most of whom are not Hamas. Thousands and thousands of innocent women and children, girls and boys, also orphaned. Nearly 2 million more Palestinians under bombardment or displacement. Homes destroyed, neighborhoods in rubble, cities in ruins.
Give me a line one time.
Families without food, water, medicine. It's heartbreaking. I've been working nonstop to establish an immediate ceasefire that would last for 6 weeks to get all the prisoners released, all the hostages released. To get the hostages home and ease the intolerable and
I said Gaza, I miss that.
and build toward an
I'll just go troll now.
something more enduring. The United States has been leading international efforts to get
Hey, I'm part of the Gaza. I'm part of the gully side.
I'm directing the U.S. military to lead an emergency mission to establish a temporary pier in the Mediterranean on the coast of Gaza that can receive large shipments carrying food, water, medicine, and temporary shelter.
It's a round. It's a rap for you round. And a rap for your round. I'll let a round rap around every rap around till it's rap around. This rap around. I'll rap around rap. I'll let a round rap around. How you gonna get around that?
And Israel must do its part.
Shut up.
Israel must
What are you gonna do for
allow
black
more aid
people?
to
Shut
Gaza to
up.
ensure humanitarian workers aren't caught in the crossfire.
Shut up.
They're announcing they're gonna have a crossing in northern Gaza.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get in trouble for this later. I don't give a damn.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
Protecting and saving.
You really don't
innocent lives
care.
has to
What are
be
you gonna do
priority.
for us here, sir?
As we look to the future, the only real solution to the situation is a two-state solution over time.
You could have said all that earlier, and it'd have been straight, and I wouldn't have had to have that on the screen this
And I
long.
say this as a lifelong
Fam,
supporter of
they
Israel.
actually gave me full monetization
My
on this
entire
stream.
career,
I can't
no
believe it.
one
I
has
don't
a
even have
stronger
to ask
record of Israel
them
than I do. I challenge
to
any of you here.
review it.
I'm the only American
Oh, we won
president
tonight,
of Israel
fam.
in wartime. But there is no other path that guarantees Israel's security and democracy. There is no other path that guarantees Palestinians can live in peace.
Why
with
still a talk about
peace and
Palestine?
dignity.
Come off from the
There's no other
TV,
path that
man.
guarantees peace between Israel and all of its neighbors, including Saudi Arabia, with whom I'm talking.
Come off from the TV
Creating
about
stability in the Middle East
Palestine
also
and
means containing the
Israel.
threat posed by Iran. That's
No,
why
I
I
hear
built a
this.
coalition of more than a dozen countries to defend international shipping and freedom of navigation in the Red Sea.
Jesus Christ.
I've ordered strikes to degrade the Houthi capability and defend U.S. forces in the region. As Commander-in-Chief, I will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and our military personnel.
Nothing on TV.
For years, I've heard many of my Republican and Democratic friends say that China is on the rise.
Oh, he finally switched? Okay, good. We can
America's
put his
falling
face back
behind.
on.
They've got it backwards. I've been saying it for over 4 years, even when I wasn't president. America's rising.
I
We're
could
the
have made
best
a whole
economy in the
dinner while
world.
he was talking about
And
goddamn
since I've come to
Israel.
office, our GDP is up, our trade deficit with China is down to the lowest point in over a decade.
Did he
And we're
say
standing
something
up
about
against China's unfair
RWBY?
economic practices. We're standing up for peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits.
Ooh.
I've revitalized our partnership and alliance in the Pacific.
No, you didn't.
India,
India.
Japan, South Korea,
What?
Pacific Islands. I've made sure that the most advanced American technologies can't be used in China, not allowing to trade them there.
You do know you can just send it
all tough
to
talk
India and
on
they'll give it
China,
to
it
him.
never occurred to my predecessor to do any of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What are you talking
I
about?
want competition with China, not conflict. And we're in a stronger position to win the conflict of the 21st century against China than anyone else, for that matter, than any time as well. Here at home, I've signed over 400 bipartisan bills.
No, you didn't.
There's more.
He probably
Past my
did, but
unity
you know, it
agenda.
don't mean shit.
Strengthen penalties on fentanyl trafficking. You don't want to do that, huh?
Really? Don't do that.
Pass bipartisan privacy legislation to protect our children online.
Oh God.
Harness.
That means he's gonna shut down TikTok.
Harness the promise of AI to protect us from peril.
Oh, you're gonna shut down AI? Bullshit, you
voice
will.
impersonations and more.
You must have
Keep
saw
our
my
truly
you
sacred
must have saw my
obligation.
thumbnails.
Train and equip those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families.
He
when they
must
come
have saw
home.
my thumbnails.
when
That's
they
why he
don't.
want to shut it down now.
That's why the song Support and Help of Dennis and the VA,
Hold on one
I
second.
signed the PACT Act. One of the most significant laws ever.
I don't know what that is.
Helping millions of veterans exposed to toxins.
Yo,
Who now are battling
fam,
more than
yo.
100 different
They
cases.
deleted You see this? They deleted dislikes. You see this?
But we owe them and their families support.
They deleted dislikes.
We owe it to ourselves to keep supporting our new health research agency called ARPA-H. And remind us.
Oh, hell. Go back later in this show, in this live, family. You're going to see how they did that.
As we know
Ain't that a bit?
And we will.
Oh, my God. Look at her. Now you know damn well Mad Maxine ain't supposed to be out this late. Come on now.
Let me close with this.
Ooh, he's almost finished? Oh, we're going to open the phone line.
Damn motherfucking thing. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I know you don't want to hear.
Come on,
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Stay with me.
I gotta say a few more things. I know it may not look like it, but I've been around a while.
Oh, Lord.
When you get to be
What
my
is up
age,
with your
certain things
teeth?
become clearer than ever. I know the American story. Again and again, I've seen the contest between competing forces in the battle for the
You
soul
notice
of
he
our
only
nation.
said something about black Americans
Between
when he
those
was
who
talking
wanna
about who
pull
was
America
here,
back to the
and then he
past,
switched into his
those who
people.
wanna
You
move
saw
America
that,
into the
right?
future. My
Asshole.
lifetime has taught me to embrace freedom and democracy, a future based on core values that have defined America.
Kara Clark, he wants to turn this
decency,
into
dignity, equality.
he wants to turn this into the
To
UK where
respect everyone.
CCTV follows you all
To give
day, every
everyone
day.
a fair shot, to give hate no safe harbor. Now, other people my age see it differently. The American story of resentment, revenge, and retribution, that's not me. I was born in mid-World War II when America stood for the freedom of the world. I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Claymont, Delaware, among working-class people who built this country. I watched in horror as two of my heroes, like many of you did, Dr. King and Bobby Kennedy, were assassinated.
You a lying bastard. Your
legacy
heroes were
inspired me to
Eastland, Bird, and
pursue a
Strom
career-
Thurmond.
a
You
career
lying motherfucker.
service.
You.
I left the law firm, became a public defender because my city of Wilmington was the only city in America occupied by the National Guard after Dr. King was assassinated because of the riots. And I became a county councilman almost by accident. I got elected to the United States Senate when I had no intention of running at age 29. Then vice president of the first black president. Now president to the first women vice president.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
In my career, I've been told I was too young. By the way, they didn't let me on the Senate elevators for votes sometimes. Not a joke. And I've been told I'm too old.
Yes.
Whether young or old, I've always
Yeah, that was
been
that.
known-
No,
I've always known
show
what
him later.
endures. I've known our North Star. The very idea of America is that we're all created equal. Deserves
think
to
that
be
was
treated
Wrangle.
equally throughout our lives. We've
Nah, that
never
wasn't
fully
Wrangle.
lived up to that idea, but we've never walked away from it either. And I won't walk away from it now.
I forget that dude's name.
I'm optimistic.
Man can't slip his name.
I really am. I'm optimistic, Nancy.
Why you talking to Nancy? Oh my God, Nancy look like she finna. No,
My
man.
fellow Americans, the issue facing our nation isn't how old we are, it's how old are our ideas. Hate, anger, revenge, retribution are the oldest of ideas. But you can't lead America with ancient ideas that only take us back. You lead America, the land of possibilities.
Somebody hit him with the
You need
spell
a
that put the
vision for future
gargoyles
and what can
in
and
stone
should
for
be
1,000
done.
years.
Tonight you've heard mine.
Let that be.
I see a future where
Let that be New
defending
York.
democracy
Let that be the country's problem.
through dark
3024.
I see a future where we restore the right to choose and protect our freedoms, not take them away.
Oh Lord, they
I
got the
see a
$5
future.
Indian.
Damn motherfucking thing. Bitch, shut
finally
the
has
fuck
a fair
up.
shot, and the wealthy have to pay their fair share in taxes. I see a future where we save the planet from the climate crisis and our country from gun violence.
I see a future where YSL is about to shut Atlanta down because they got off.
I see a future for all Americans I see a country for all Americans. And I will always be president for all Americans because I believe in America. I believe in you, the American people. You're the reason we've never been more optimistic about our future than I am now.
Who the hell's optimistic?
So let's build
with
the
the
future
helm,
together. Let's remember who we are. We are the
Bruh,
United
this
States
is the
of
dude.
America.
He be the type of dude to crash a rocket in outer space. He don't hit nothing.
Beyond our capacity when we act together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Notice he didn't say God bless America, right?
President Biden wrapping up his speech. It was over an hour.
No, lady.
But
First off, no.
punchy.
See,
It
y'all
was
ain't even
tight.
do it right. Talking about wrapping up a speech. No. See, y'all got to do it right. But we get it. You're not black, so you don't understand how this works. We finna show you how this works.
It's a round. It's a rap for you round. And a rap for your round. I'll let a round rap around every rap around till it's rap around. This rap around. Cat, I'll rap around a round rap. I'll let a round rap around. How you gonna get around that?
All right, there was that was a disgusting speech, boy. That man lied all through that motherfucker, boy. Shebrew Copper. Now you know damn well they ain't no better than no Trumps. Trump would have been sitting up there cracking jokes all night, and then he get the babbling. But look, once the cameras go off and everybody tell them, all right, there's no more press. This is how they be up in there. They don't give a fuck. William Morant, thank you for the $5 super chat. You said, hey, everyone, y'all like the ugly PC show? There's some ugly motherfuckers in DC, boy. See what happened when it becomes Swirl City? All right. So there was that. This is what we finna do. And shout out to X for driving the numbers up. Shout out to X. We put the link in the chat because I know people got something to say. Damn, there was some good tacos I was eating. Yo, they had the Crypt Keeper up in this motherfucker too, boy. No, you know what? I gotta go back on that screen. I gotta go see the Crypt Keeper again. I got to look at him. Look at him. He look. He look. He finna look at Warnock. So he looked like he finna drop some bars. Look. It's a Green Goblin. Look, it's the Green Goblin. Look at this. It's Ukraine Man. It's the Ukraine Lantern. Jesus Christ, I'm going to hell, boy. Jacoby, hello.
Hey, Ken.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, whose man is this, man?
That is Corn Pops Man.
Oh my gosh, man. I had to keep coming in back and forth, man. That was too much for me to even listen to. This man is lying all the way through the UU speech, and didn't he create the crime bill? So I don't know why he's talking about he's releasing folks off of petty drug possession. So that's a lie. And then he's talking about. Then he's talking about. This dude is talking about the border, which he repealed Title 42. How are you gonna create a chaos and then try to fix the chaos? That's why Marjorie over there talking about Ukraine. I know. And Marjorie had to say, you created it. So I mean, this, and then he just babbled. I don't know what to say. It's like anybody who votes for this man, I really have questions.
No, we ain't got no questions. We know what time it is. You
but
you
kid,
like chaos.
No, I don't like chaos.
No, I'm saying for those who vote for him, they like chaos because their life sucks.
Yeah, and a lot of them just not naive and dumb, when it comes to that. You don't have to be. I'm not the smartest person in the room. I don't really know a whole lot about geopolitics. I have enough common sense.
I like how you didn't bring up BRICS though. He tried to circumvent and talk about India. I'm like, India will take your technology and give it to China, South Africa, Russia, and
Yeah.
Brazil, and then they'll be using it. Then what?
Yeah. And you know, so he talking about he created jobs. I'm looking like, dude, I just bought like 5 things yesterday and it was $134. So tell me how. Let me tell you what I bought. I bought a sandwich.
Nigga, how did you buy a sandwich for $26?
No, hold on. I bought one of those daily sandwiches at Fred Meyer's.
$26 sandwich?
Dude,
Would you go to
no,
Five Guys?
No, dude, it was I bought those protein chips, those 2 bags of protein packet chips.
Okay.
And dude, it ended up all said and done, 5 things. I literally bought 5 things. It was $134, kid.
That's $27 average. What did you, okay? We take the sandwich and the 2 chips out. What else did you buy?
Dude, I have the receipt somewhere. Dude, let me see. No, I literally bought 5 things. 5 things. I bought 2 spicy mayonnaise squeeze bottles.
Bro, you could have made that mayonnaise. You should have hit me up. Are
I
you in the
know, but
Discord?
I know.
Are you in the
but
Discord? Because I
you
could have.
see
You
what
could have just asked for a mayo recipe. I could have given you.
Yeah, I know, brother, but you know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying.
I don't know where you're going with it. You bought mayonnaise, and everybody in the chat about to roast you for buying mayonnaise.
Dude, I have to make a sandwich, bro. I gotta make a sandwich.
Globally Black. Now you hold on. Globally Black. You finna get roasted right now. You cook for a living, baby girl. How dare you? Wait a minute. And you French based too. You should be able to make a croissant after you brush your teeth. The hell wrong with you?
Man, kid, don't do the bag of train on me.
Nah. All right, go ahead.
But no, I'm pointing out just the inflation is crazy. So I don't know what
I still ain't hear the rest of this. Let me see what's all you got on this receipt.
Let me see. I bought 2 bags of. I bought the Quest bag of chips.
I don't know
They
what
come
the
in
hell
like
that
I think
is.
they're protein chips. They come in like 6-pack for a bag, but they're $11.99 a piece.
What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, sue me. I don't know. I'm just pointing out that the shit's
I've
expensive.
never heard of that. That's why I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right, go
And
ahead.
I was like, man, I was hungry. So I just got up. I bought a sandwich. And then I went to the condiment section. I bought the spicy mayonnaise, 2 squeeze bottles, and barbecue sauce.
They charge you for condiments.
Yeah, $6.99.
Okay, so each.
I'm missing something here.
Each.
Yeah.
So a sandwich was $8.
No, sandwich of the pack was like what? I think it was $9.99, something like that.
Okay. We still got a discrepancy somewhere about $80.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Where's my wallet?
While you're looking for that.
No, I have my wallet.
There'd be no mayonnaise. That's the old one. I gotta go get the new one. That's the old one.
I'm just telling you, kid. Oh, and I bought 4 cases of sparkling water.
4 cases of sparkling water.
Yes.
You see how your man is over here fancy? You see this, right?
Uh-huh.
Your man is fancy. You get sparkling water. Let me guess. Was it the Perrier?
No.
Did you get the AHA? Was it the AHA?
It might have been the AHA.
Yeah. He got the AHA. There you go. The one with the little cans?
Yeah.
You say your man is fancy family. You see this?
I'm not fancy family, but that was just,
all right.
It was better than soda.
Hey, listen, where you live at again?
In Portland, Oregon.
Oh, you ain't got no Kroger over there. Y'all ain't got Albertsons over there?
Actually, Kroger is a part of Fred Meyer's. They bought Fred Meyer's decades ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got Kroger.
I'm saying, I thought if you was in the South, I'd tell you just go to Kroger and get the big ass bottle of water for about $1.55.
Yeah, I know, but I got water. But no, it's no, we got Kroger here. Kroger is Fred Meyer's here.
Okay. And you ain't clipped the coupons for you walked up in that motherfucker?
I used my rewards and that brought it down to, it took $30 off. It came out to $100.
So you was about to pay $164?
No, it was $130. They ended up being $100 when I walked out because I used my rewards number.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I'm not getting roasted, but we got to keep those numbers.
No, ain't nobody gonna roast you. It's just,
no, that's all good, man. That's all good.
Bruh, I went to the supermarket the other day and I paid what I get. I got like 4 things that I paid like $30-something.
Yeah.
2021 was the last good year I had. Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just trying to listen. He's saying how he's helping the economy. I was this dude's not helping the economy, nor he's helping out any black person. He let all the illegals in there and gave them all type of set-asides. Now they're getting homes and stuff. What?
Oh, they're getting labor lawyers too. They're getting labor lawyers and labor reps too. So
Yeah, and then it just came out on TD Hip Hop, and then I think Phil brought it up that Biden was flying them over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they busted one lady who was sex trafficking these girls.
So with that word now.
Oh,
don't say that
I'm
term.
sorry. Teleporting to a different destination.
Oh my God.
He said that it was.
They
and you're just going to pretend that it wasn't over and over again.
Yeah, you know
it's
what I'm
fucked
saying?
up, man. And you're not helping these people.
Oh boy. All right, you got anything else? Because I got some people in the back.
Nah, man. Can you just sit me out of here with some dignity, the choo-choo train or something, man?
You want the choo-choo train?
Yeah.
Are you a Democrat? Maybe you a Democrat?
Hell no. No,
I send you out with a choo-choo train. I only got the Democrat one. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Send me out with something.
All right, brother.
All right, kid. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that was Jacoby. Next up, Miss Blueberry Muffin. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
Hey, I could tell the brother before me when he said Fred Meyer, I knew he was immediately from the Pacific Northwest.
Yes,
And when he said he spent about $135 on groceries, he's not exaggerating. Groceries have gone up higher than inflation up here. And here's the cold part. Now, even though he's down in Oregon, I'm in Washington, and Washington grows a lot of food. Okay? Now, there's no reason for food to be this damn expensive. And it has to do with, like you said, Kroger bought out Fred Meyer back in like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Kroger has a monopoly on all the grocery stores up here except for the local chains. So that's why a lot of the grocery stores are overpriced. Second of all, this organic nonsense. Go ahead, play that clip about there would be no mayonnaise.
Yeah, I hear. Hey, one time, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama.
Rest in peace.
Hang on, keep going. I gotta tell my wife. Hold on. Go ahead.
That Japanese artist like that had a showing at the University of Washington Theater. Anyway, the whole State of the Union was just a state of confusion. I mean, it was sad. That was elder abuse seeing Biden up there. He was completely lost in the sauce. I mean, come on, how many Secret Service people were actually leading him by his arm? Okay? Leading him by his hand. And then he got disoriented to where he...
Easy. But go ahead. I'll let you get off. It's past 10 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Because it's 7:40.
They gave you full monetization, so we're going to celebrate tonight, family. Go ahead. They actually didn't even... Oh, wait, never mind. They did tag me. Bastards. All right,
hey, I've been booted off of X, okay? I'm permanently banned from X. Don't feel bad. And I'm banned from Truth Social, so, I don't give a shit.
There you go. I was about to be happy. I thought they were going to let me ride and give me my money, but never mind. It's all good.
Well, reparations now, reparations forever. Run me my damn money. Have a good night, y'all.
Yes, man. All right, that was Blueberry Muffin. Oh, I got a new overlay that I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. But Don P, go ahead.
What's going on?
Same old is.
Man, every time you think you get away, they suck you back in.
Pause.
That was crazy. That was that I was like, what in the rat shit is this? But you know what was the craziest thing that I saw, kid?
What's that?
The dude behind Biden, I kept putting it in the chat. He couldn't help himself. Subconsciously, when Biden was speaking and saying all these things, my man was shaking his head no. Like, this ain't true. This ain't. I was cracking up. I was like, wow.
Yes, sir.
This dude told us absolutely, positively nothing factual. And you're right. He gonna get a phone call from Benny.
Oh yeah,
He
Benny
is definitely gonna
Benny
get man.
He gonna be like, Shalom, you piece of shit.
I'm gonna put that hurt down on your ass. Now you really ain't gonna get in.
All he has to do is say the code word, Lahaim.
Hey, did you hear about the fire?
What fire?
The fire down in you familiar with the Darien Gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there was a fire down there.
Okay.
Okay. None of the camps got burnt up. It was only the I forget what that organization is called. It's the small caps have an organization down there. You know, they on the grift for the NGO money. But at any rate, supposedly all the records got burnt up. I think all the records, like much of our records, got smuggled away for preservation and later use. But the general public really doesn't know about the whole Darien Gap, the whole Panama move, the jets, the luxury coach buses. Folks don't even get it. It's like I think at this point we got about 10 million now.
Yeah.
We got about 10 million now, courtesy of Biden. So yeah, that's what we want. We want 4 more years. We want 4 more years so that the Negro will be completely irrelevant in the United States.
Yeah, well, listen, they gonna learn. This is, and these are the conservatives. They swear up and down that they know everything. They don't know shit.
What's really crazy is this: they gonna displace us in the prisons.
Shit,
they gonna gentrify the damn prison.
I wish this was old YouTube, man. I'd have been letting off some words, boy.
Come on now.
Oh my God, man.
You ain't got a Rumble joint?
Oh, we were streaming on Rumble here, bro.
Oh, okay. I know you got to bite your tongue on certain, you
know. No, because I know these
devils.
These fucktards they're gonna be in my comment thread tomorrow. Be like, "Well, you playing so many clips during this? We couldn't hear nothing." I was like, "Motherfucker, I ain't asked you to look for my shit." No, that's what happened last time. I was like, "Motherfucker, I ain't here for you."
Exactly. I tell you what. This is what you do. You go buy yourself some equipment. You expand the channel you have or start a new one. And do your own damn thing.
They can't do it, brother. You know that. They got no listen, they love talking shit and they don't have any charisma.
None. Flavorless. They ain't even all seasoning.
Fuck. That's why I don't be listening to them like you suck as a streamer. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, and I'm getting money, you not. You watching me.
Come on now. See,
I want to call him the F word, but I know it was gonna
he was bullying me.
Yeah, and I got some more for you. Come back.
Come on, man.
Come back.
This shit.
I got some more.
This man. Wow. Like Putin's one of his ministers of war or whatever, defense ministers or whatever, is like, do you think that you can defeat us? You will see some hardcore battle soldiers coming against your rainbow camouflage.
I'm telling man, I'm telling you, they finna learn. They finna. They all right. They're gonna find out real quick. Now watch, all of them gonna be over there talking about. I'm like, okay, y'all gonna find out in a couple months. You have no power.
No, the crazy thing is this: it's about to get topsy turvy because here in California and a few other states, they're allowing these people to become law enforcement,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got the offer out that if you join our military. So now wait a minute. These folks they got weapons legally when they try to keep us from possessing weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be all bad. And, with that, man, I see the writings on the wall. What was that movie, Leave the World Behind? I'm going to leave the divided snakes of America. I'm going to leave that behind. Because I tell you, what, Civil War's coming out next month? Or is it later this month?
What you mean?
The I think is it Netflix putting it out?
Oh, probably next month.
Yeah, it's man, and then you got April 8th as well, and then the follow up behind April 8th, which are very significant celestial activities that are occurring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's about to be. Well, you know what? The crazy thing is this: when Pluto moved into Aquarius, we saw the house starting to fall down. So there's going to be a lot of truth that's revealed. I'm watching it every day. I keep my finger, on the pulse of what's going on globally, specifically what's happening on the continent, and those who would want to oppose it, whether they be on the inside or on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And things, they are a change. But anyway, you know what? I had a wonderful time up here speaking with you. I don't know how much we cooked Biden. I had some things that I said in the comments, but
well, we have the live chat. We have the live chat on there, so I'm sure people will see it later.
When the coons come marching in. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
All right, kid. You be good.
You too.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom. All right, that was Don P over there on the West Coast. I think this will work. All right, let's see. I guess that's it. Anybody else want to come up? Let me see what they're talking about on this post game. Let's see. Wow.
40. Growing up, sweeping the floor at my dad's hardware.
So the GOP had to send out some random white woman. All right.
Highlights of this speech and how it really is essentially a launch into
Immaculate.
this next
That
phase
is
of
wild,
a general
and your
election
picture is
presidential
wild.
campaign.
But all right.
Joe Biden talking about his predecessor multiple times, as our guests have pointed out, trying to set up a difference between the past and the future. Now Republicans are turning to Senator Katie Britt to show what they think the future of the Senate and the Republican Party could look like and be like.
Good evening, America. My name is Katie Britt,
Who are
and I
you?
have the honor of serving the people of the great state of Alabama in the United States Senate. However, that's not the job that matters most. I am a proud wife and mom of 2 school-aged kids. My daughter Bennett and my son Ridgway are why I ran.
That's some
for
weird
the
ass
Senate.
names, boy. You know that's white
I'm
supremacy
worried
right there, boy.
about their future and the future of children in every corner of our nation.
Ridgway,
And
that's
why
what you
I
called your
invited you
son?
into our home
Jesus.
tonight. Like so many families across America, my husband Wesley and I just watched President Biden's State of the Union address from our living room. And what we saw was the performance of a permanent politician who has actually been in office for longer than I've been alive. One thing was quite clear, though. President Biden just
One thing's quite clear.
doesn't
You
get
can't
it.
talk.
He's out of touch. Under his administration, families are worse off.
Why does she sound like she's about to cry?
Our communities are less safe, and our country is less secure. I just wish he understood what real families are facing around kitchen tables just like this one.
Why would he?
You know, this is where our family has tough conversations. It's where we make hard decisions. It's where we share the good, the bad, and the ugly.
She sounds like she's
of
about
our
to break
days.
down. I swear to
It's
God.
where we laugh together, and it's where we hold each other's hands and pray for God's guidance.
God.
And many nights, to be honest, it's
He bends
where
me over
Wesley
that
and I worry.
table.
I know we're not alone. And so tonight, the American family needs to have a tough conversation.
You sound like
the
Van
truth is,
Jones.
We're all worried about the future of our nation.
Okay, I don't want to hear you talk.
The country we know and love seems to be slipping away, and it feels like the next generation will have fewer opportunities and less freedoms than we did. I worry my own children may not even get a shot at living their American dreams.
Oh, see, you
My
lie.
American dream allowed me, the
You trying to say
daughter
she's
of
Candace
two small
Cameron
business
Burr?
owners from rural Enterprise, Alabama, to be elected to the United States Senate at the age of 40. Growing up,
You're
sweeping
40?
the floor at my dad's hardware store and cleaning the bathroom at my mom's dance studio.
Hey, family, you know who
I
she look
never
like?
could have imagined what my story would entail. To think
She
about
looked like
what the
Linda
American dream
Cardinelli.
can do
Cardellini,
across
whatever her name
just
is. The
one
chick
generation,
who was
in just one
who's playing
lifetime.
Hawkeye, what's her
It's
name?
truly
Husband.
breathtaking.
I mean wife.
But right now, the American dream has turned into a nightmare.
Has it?
For
Your house is looking quite nice.
the true, unvarnished state of our union begins and ends with this. Our families are hurting. Our country can do
She finna cry.
better. And you don't have to look any further than the crisis at our southern border to see it. President Biden
Man, we saw how
inherited
I want to see
the
how you were
most
acting during the
secure
Montgomery.
border of all time. But minutes after taking office, he suspended all deportations, he halted construction of the border wall, and he announced a plan to give amnesty to millions. We know that President Biden didn't just create this border crisis, he invited it with 94 executive actions in his first 100 days. When I took office, I took a different approach. I traveled to the Del Rio sector of Texas. That's where I spoke to a woman who shared her story with me. She had been sex trafficked by the cartels starting at the age of 12. She told me not just that she was raped every day, but how many times a day she was raped.
Bruh.
The cartels put her on a mattress in a shoebox of a room, and they sent men through that door over and over again for hours and hours on end.
Is she serious?
We wouldn't be okay with this happening in a third world country.
Yeah,
This
you
is the
would because it
United
has nothing to
States
do
of
with you.
America, and it is
You
past
see how they
time,
lie?
in my opinion, that we start acting like it.
You see how they lie? Because they do it in third world countries all the time, and y'all don't say nothing.
Policies are a
Liar.
disgrace. This crisis is despicable.
Is it?
And the truth is, it is almost entirely preventable.
Mm-hmm.
From fentanyl poisonings to horrific murders.
Cannons to
There
the
are
left.
empty chairs hanging at
Cannons
kitchen
to the
tables,
right.
just like this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because
Ma'am.
of President Biden's senseless border policies.
Ma'am.
Just think about Lake and Riley.
Oh, here we go.
In my neighboring state of Georgia,
Here we go.
this beautiful 22-year-old nursing student went out on a jog one morning, but she never got the opportunity to return home. She was brutally murdered by one of the millions of illegal border crossers President Biden
Border
chose
jumpers.
to release into our homeland. Y'all, as a mom,
Uh-huh.
I can't quit thinking about this.
Right.
I mean, this could have been my daughter. This could have been yours. And tonight, President Biden finally said her name. But he refused to take responsibility for his own actions. Mr. President, enough is enough. Innocent
It's time for a change.
dying, and you only have yourself to blame.
I shouldn't make jokes
Fulfill your oath of
until
office.
she's finished.
Reverse your policies, end this crisis, and stop the suffering.
Stop.
Sadly, we know that President Biden's failures don't stop there. His reckless spending dug our economy into a hole and sent the suffering. End this crisis and stop the suffering.
Yes!
We know that
Filter time.
His reckless spending dug our economy into a hole and sent the cost of living through the roof.
Well, you're
have
in your
the worst
house.
inflation in 40 years and the highest credit card debt in our nation's history. Let that sink in. Hardworking families are struggling to make ends meet today. And with soaring mortgage rates and
You're getting paid by the state, ma'am. You're okay.
they're also struggling to how to plan for tomorrow.
You're getting paid by the government. You're
The
okay.
American people are scraping by, while President Biden proudly proclaims that Bidenomics is working. Goodness, y'all, bless his heart. We know better. I'll never forget stopping at a gas station in Chilton County one evening. The gentleman working the counter told me that after retiring, he had to pick up a job in his 70s so that he didn't have to choose between going hungry or going without his medication. He said, I did everything right. I did everything I was told to do. I worked hard.
We just want the money. You guys walk away.
Similar concerns from fellow parents.
Leave it
Whether
alone.
I am
She's
walking
40.
with my friends or whether I'm at my kids' games. But let's be honest, it's been a minute since Joe Biden pumped gas, ran a carpool, or even pushed a grocery cart.
Grocery.
See it every day. And despite what he tells you, our communities
I got to get that
are
clip. Wait a
not
minute. Thank you. I got to get that
safer.
clip.
For years,
I got to get that
the
clip.
left has coddled criminals and defunded the police, all while letting repeat offenders walk free. The result is tragic, but foreseeable. From our small towns to America's most iconic city streets, life is getting more and more dangerous. And unfortunately, President Biden's weakness isn't just hurting families here at home. He is making us a punchline on the world stage. Look, where I'm from, your word is your bond. But for 3
got that from
years,
black
the
people.
president has demonstrated that America's word doesn't mean what it used to. From abandoning our allies in his disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan to desperately pushing another dangerous deal with Iran. President Biden has failed. We've become a nation in retreat, and the enemies of freedom, they see an opportunity. Putin's brutal aggression in Europe has put our allies on the brink. Iran's terrorist proxies have slaughtered Israeli, Jews, and American citizens. They've targeted commercial shipping, and they've attacked our
You're acting again.
Is that
where's the script? Where's the script? Read the script.
Is this a big defense?
Meanwhile, The Chinese Communist Party is undercutting America's workers. China is buying up our farmland, spying on our military installations.
Necessity to
You're
insult
acting
people.
again.
Is that?
Where's the
is it-
script?
is
There's
it-
the script. Read the script.
Is this a big?
Knows that if it conquers the minds of our next generation, it conquers America. And what does President Biden do? Well, he bans TikTok for government employees, but creates an account for his own campaign. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Look, we all recall when presidents faced national security threats with strength and resolve. That seems like ancient history. Right now, our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader. America deserves leaders who recognize that secure borders, stable prices, safe streets,
Come on,
and
bro.
a strong
Come on now.
defense
So that's all
are
I'm gonna say.
actually
You know, I'm like,
the cornerstones of a great nation. Just ask yourself, are you better off now than you were 3 years ago? There's no doubt we're at a crossroads, and it doesn't have to be this way. We all feel it. But here's the good news. We, the people, are still in the driver's seat. We get to decide whether our future will grow brighter or whether we'll settle for an America in decline. Well, I know which choice our children deserve. And I know the choice the Republican...
Again.
Is that?
Where's the
is it-
script?
is
There's
it-
the script. Read the
Is
script.
this a big defensive thing that you?
Working parents and families. And we want to give you and your children the opportunities to thrive. And we want families to grow. It's why we strongly support continued nationwide access to in vitro fertilization. Loving moms and dads. Let's get precious life into this world. Wesley and I believe there is no greater blessing in life than our children. And that
It's bullshit. Why do you feel the necessity to
You're
insult
acting
people?
again.
Is that?
Where's the
is it-
script?
is
There's
it-
the script. Read the
Is
script.
this a big defensive thing that you've
Read
got?
the script.
Why?
tossing and turning at 2 a.m., wondering how you're going to be in 3 places at once and then somehow still get dinner on the table.
No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there be no mayonnaise. No medicine.
Yes! Goku time!
And then somehow still get dinner on the table. First of all, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. I know you're frustrated. I know you're probably disgusted by most of what you see going on in Washington, and I'll
He said that it was, and y'all are just gonna pretend that it wasn't over and over again.
Look, I
It's
get it.
fucked up,
The
man.
task
And you're not
is
helping these people.
an easy one, but I can promise you one thing. It is worth it. So I am asking you, for the sake of your kids, get into the arena. Every generation has been called to dream of American greatness. We walk.
She is
in the
compared
footsteps
to.
of pioneers who tamed
Shout out to the
life.
Flatiron.
We now carry forward the same flame of freedom as the liberators of an oppressed Europe. We continue to draw courage from those who bent the moral arc of the universe.
The moral arc of the
when we
universe.
gaze
What
upon
is
the
she been
heavens,
reading chemic books?
never
What is she
forget
talking
that
about?
our DNA contains the same ingenuity that put man on the moon.
Oh my God.
To say the least, shut up, bitch.
And every
What is she talking about?
emerged unbowed and unbroken.
Fam, if this was a different multiverse, this would be a Hebrew Israelite.
Grit of men and women who got knocked down.
This would be one of them Negroes
But
on the
we know
corner,
their
except she be
stories
white.
because they did not stay down.
Oh my God.
We are here.
Shut up.
Because they stood back up.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated
So now it's our
eloquently that they don't have no
our
sense.
moment to stand up and prove
All the high
ourselves
IQ and the
worthy
white
of
conservatives are
protecting
about to
the
jerk off
American
to this
dream.
chick. They found out that
Together,
she's 40,
we
she's
can
married, and she was
reawaken
passionate
the
on Biden.
heroic
They
spirit
fit, man.
nation.
Their dirty socks are about to be full of them.
I told y'all bitches I had dick at the bottom and titty at the top, bitch, from day one when the door fucking opened.
Around kitchen tables just like this, with moms and dads just like you. And you,
She's still
I
talking.
believe with every fiber of my being that despite the current
Somebody
state
said she's
of our
doing a
union,
sermon. I ain't even gonna say that you wrong on that.
may God bless you.
No,
And
man,
may God
Gesundheit.
continue to bless these United States of America.
Jesus Christ. Now, who the hell is it? Bruh. Why do you look like, wait a minute, why does this chick look like she finna sell you insurance? And this one, she look, I don't even know what's going on. There's a lot going on in this picture, family. What is going on? No, still Kevin Trees. If this was a white church, you'd be hearing the organ music. What is going on? Look at this. This is a skit. This is a family. This is a SNL skit that we're looking at on TV right now. You open the door and she's gonna tell you, do you know that you qualify for affordable health insurance? And she's gonna want to put everything on the record. And she looked like she get mad if you want to talk to the sister. She looks Caribbean. I'm scared to hear what she sounds like.
Senator Katie Britt delivering the Republican response. I'm Libby Casey here with Rhonda Colvin in Statuary Hall.
What's her name?
Casey here with Rhonda Colvin in Statuary
Rhonda
Hall.
Colvin.
Last check, President Biden was still.
Girl, why you clenching your mouth like that?
What's
You
reflect
gotta,
on
hey.
Senator Britt's speech?
Senator Britt from Alabama, she's youthful.
I don't
That
see
is
no
something that
ring.
Republicans wanted her to showcase.
Oh, you work for the
tonight.
Washington Post.
There is
Okay.
youth and energy in their party. Her state is at the center. It's a flashpoint right now over the argument over reproductive rights with their IVF ruling. But the lawmakers in Alabama, the state lawmakers in Alabama, have enshrined and protected IVF services. But she was chosen specifically for those reasons. And I will point out, she has been helping Republicans message message on IVF and reproductive rights in their own way, including the former president. And if you thought that speech was, very strong on its messaging, she was very emphatic, almost emotional at times. She was a former communications director here on the Hill. And for folks at home who may not know what that role is, that's the person who helps senators and House members craft their own messaging, makes relationships with the press. You could tell that she's very well studied in that area. And then she became a chief.
Look at this. What Coons was here? What Coons was here? Y'all out of line. Y'all out of line.
Children. She wanted to show that she was a person at home. You saw the backdrop was a kitchen. It appeared to be. And she talked about there is a divide between what President Biden wants for America and what Republicans do. But I think what really struck me is that she tried to be very folksy, very, at home and reach people about their kitchen table issues. We'll see if that type of messaging is effective. But I think, and given the fact that the president is still here in the chamber, it shows he has recently left, which is actually longer than usual, far longer than usual. It does show that Democrats feel that he had a good night. He feels he had a good night. We'll see if that Republican message works or is repeated. But she was chosen on purpose for those reasons.
I want to go to you, James Homan, to talk about what Kennedy was trying to say, and then also
So Rhonda was part of the.
Joe Biden, but
she was inside during January 6th.
James, are things that Joe Biden wanted too. She was talking about the high prices of prescription drugs. She's talking about the middle class, and she's talking about the border. Republicans did have a deal on the table regarding the border.
All right, this is boring. I don't know what they're talking about. What time is it? 11:20. Maybe I give another 20 minutes. All right. What should we talk about for about 20 minutes before I get up out of here? Nah, they about to go have a late dinner. Damn, they still there. Oh man, I don't know. Let me. What can we talk about? Oh, you know what? Let's go look up Akira Toriyama. Sucks that he passed away today. Let's see what they're saying on X. Actually, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna do that. Damn. That's crazy. Creator of Dragon Ball, one of the most influential best-selling Japanese comics of all time, has died at 68. He succumbed to acute subdural hematoma, type of bleeding near his brain. Damn. I wonder what's that gonna. Damn. And he was just working on the new Dragon Ball. Shit. I wonder if they're gonna cancel it. Because he said he wanted to be hands-on with that. Shit. That sucks. Aries, hello. You know the answer to that. No. Is Malcolm X racist? Oh, okay. That's objective. That was objective. That's objective. No, he's not racist to me. He's not. He told the truth. Hexine KT, hello. Were you a fan of his? Yeah. Most people, that's how they got into anime, through Akira. This one hurts like Satoshi when he died. The creator of Pokemon when he died. Oh, they were being racist to Bianca on some gaming channel on YouTube. Talking about she shouldn't have been on the cover of the new game. And, she's not as good as the white wrestlers. Biden bloviated. You can, when this is over, you can go back and watch it. Biden bloviated and told a whole bunch of lies, which I'm sure if I go to CNN's website right now, they're going to say he said this. It's going to be misleading or needs context, because that's what they always do. How you let Marjorie Taylor Greene give you this work? I'm surprised they didn't put. What did I tell y'all earlier, family? Didn't I tell you? Did I tell you it's all theater? And they finna let him back in. Is she? Well, I don't have cable, so I can't play it. So I don't even want to hear her talk. It's all theater. Let's see. What the fuck? It's a myth that women don't want sex as they age. This is what you put on there. This is what they have on their front page. Oh, man. Oh, I saw that. Okay. I thought that meant Ice-T. I was like, what? Ice-T's quitting Law and Order? That's crazy. I guess I'm probably going to have to wait for that till tomorrow. Let me see. Maybe it's in here. Oh, here we go. See? What did I tell you? Fact check. Biden on the unemployment rate. This needs context. But if it was Trump that would have said this, you would have said he was lying. Oh, Dead Cruz is on there. Let me see. Maybe I could find it. Maybe Fox News is streaming on here. Let me see. Let's see. Nah, they're not streaming. Shit. I was hoping they'd be streaming. Let me see. Ted. Does he still have that mutton chop bullshit he was working? Hackslide said, one last thing. What would you say are your 5 favorite animes of all time? Go-Go 13, Initial D, Gundam Wing Zero, Area 88, and Mad Bull 34. Oh, well, I'll take out Area 88. I'll put Ronin Warriors. Let's see. Biden remains in Capitol through GOP response. Of course he did. All right, so they only have one. Fact check. So, here we go. Fact check on the corporate minimum tax. Biden's not anymore claim is false and exaggeration. While this 15% corporate minimum tax will reduce the number of big companies that don't pay any federal tax, it's not true that not anymore will any big company, such as the ones on the list of 55 companies Biden mentioned, ever do so. That's because the minimum tax on the book income companies report to investors only applies to companies with at least $1 billion in average annual income. According to the Institution on Taxation and Economic Policy, only 14 of the companies on this list of 55 non-payers reported having U.S. pre-tax income of at least $1 billion. Of course. He can't piss off Wall Street. He said it in there. Wall Street are not the bad guys. Torian, what's up? You missed a hell of a live, boy. Yes, it was. And I would apologize for me blanking out while he was talking about Israel, but I really didn't want to hear that. Let's see. Here we go. Fact check. Biden on coffee venereal disease deaths. Biden's figure needs context. Jesus Christ. we wouldn't have had any of this crap if y'all didn't say that 45 was xenophobic when he wanted to close the border. Fact check. Biden claims that violent crime has fallen to lowest levels in more than 50 years. Here comes per capita. Now they're going to say he was lying. Facts first. This is true, at least based on preliminary 2023 data that should be treated with caution. The preliminary 2023 data published by the FBI running through the third quarter of the year showed that violent crime was down 8.2% compared to the same period in 2022, a decline that would be historically large for a year, crime data expert Jeff Asher wrote in a December article. The data generally confirms Biden's description of violent crime falling across the nation, though some communities have seen increases. Asher wrote, quote, the quarterly data shows violent crime down in big cities, small cities, suburban counties, rural counties, pretty much across the board. Here comes per capita. They're going to get mad. See? They say it's true, but he took office in an unusual pandemic context that makes meaningful comparison to other periods very difficult. Those are jobs that he added that were lost. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, it was a good one. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Who else? Biden says the economy has added 800,000 new manufacturing jobs during his administration. So the first 2 years, yes, but then you flattened out last year. Okay. We've already cut the federal deficit. We've already cut the federal deficit of over $1 trillion. Biden's claim leaves out such critical context. Jesus. Hey, CNN just doesn't care. Drug price provisions. Oh, Jesus Christ. In total, the law's drug measures are expected to reduce the deficit by $237 billion, though delaying the implementation of a Trump administration drug rebate rule accounts for the difference. Even CNN said that Trump's jump in the debt was because of the scamdemic, but of course. Unemployment at 50-year lows. This needs context. Jesus. Yo, he's getting owned all over the place. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, man. All right. So what did we learn today at this State of the Union, or what I like to call the state of the FUs, or the state of the F us? Yeah, nothing. Except he lied all through it, just like 45 does. But all right. And we also learned that Akira Toriyama passed away at the ripe age of 68. So one more time for him.
Yes! Goku time.
Y'all saw the new drops. Y'all can watch it on the playback. Dom P, there is a simple way to pay that debt off in 8 years, but they don't want to do it. It's going to take a lot of belt tightening. They don't want to do it. There actually is a solution. You're not going to pay off the whole thing, but you'll at least get it down into the low teens. But they don't want to do it. If you really want to pay it all off, there is a way to do it. But, they won't do it. Because then they would have to acknowledge that there's a problem. And for the family, we have decided once again, we vote the couch. Cosmo said, I learned Alabama is still a dumb state with a weirdo senator with a cringy smile. Oh, she was just she was, it was the script. It was the script. She wasn't following the script. But yeah, this was entertaining. But it's time for me to go to sleep because I got to be at work early again tomorrow. So we're going to end the show here. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. I will see you when I see you, depending on when I see you. Anyway, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
After 2 seconds, 1 second.
No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no